All right, hello. Let me see if this was working real fast. All right, I can see ads on my own stream. All right, I think I'm up. Yeah, I think I'm up. Yeah, all right, looks good. Still confirming that I'm actually live. All right, yep, looks like we're good. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Today I will be casting the Shimmer Championship. Um, it'll be Icathia versus Shadow Isles today. And I believe the format is best of 5 and fearless. And I'm also pretty sure that even though that one of the teams comes from the loser's side, that both teams will be in elimination round today. So whoever wins this wins the entire tournament. Yeah, so pretty excited to cast this one. I, as one of the players on the Shimmer teams, have been paying attention and been very interested in how this tournament will wrap up. Yeah. Stream is ready. Let me say R. There you go. All right, let's see. Let's look at the spectator draft here. All right, here's the draft. This is something for later that we'll do. All right, yep. The draft is already starting. Cool. Let's see, so it looks like they are off to the races. Icathia is blue side, banning the Heimerdinger already. It's a classic Shadow Isles pick. And let's see how we continue on this draft. All right, Mbessa is banned on the side of Icathia. I haven't seen any of their top laners play Mbessa, but it makes a lot of sense. And yep, I think that Shadow Isles have been doing a lot of this front to back, playing for a hard hyper carry. So Jinx makes a lot of sense to ban. Get Ontario Beetle off some of those really strong carries. Kale, one of Sua's best picks here, also being banned. Makes a lot of sense. And the last ban on the side of Icathia Zac. I didn't see much Zac from Shadow Isles, but yeah, it seems like a decent ban. These teams probably doing some semblance of prep against each other, and then the final ban on Shadow Isles, hovering LeBlanc here, but it will be going around. So, yeah, looking at some potential picks. Nefiri is a good jungle pick here, and will be banned as the final ban. Let's see, what are we starting with? So on the side of Icathia, we're just starting with the Ashe bot. Very good against some of these really hard carry lanes at getting a lead early and maybe shutting them down with some good old Ashe arrows, but we will see how it goes. Now on the other side, let's see what we have here. Next pick is, they're really using this timer, not even getting it as a hover. Seraphine, denying the Seraphine Ashe combo makes a lot of sense. Though it does detract away from Shadow Isle's style of playing very hard front to back. Usually they pick Enchanter supports, but if this is a Seraphine support, then it could also be Seraphine mid as well. But, you know, we do know that Ashe and Seraphine is a good combo. All right, the Amumu, very good hover on the side of Atomic Ghost, one of their best picks in Shadow Isles. And then immediately we see the Lulu being hovered. Again, just getting rid of those Enchanter supports early on in the game against Shadow Isles. and denying some of those plays. Yeah, Milio, very, very good on the side of Shadow Isles, so it's good for Icathia to be taking picks like this. And then the Silas is another very good follow-up because Silas can take the Amumu ult with the AP ratios that Silas has and do a ton of AoE damage with it. Let us see how they continue. All right. Looks like it's Zaya. Very good ADC, but will not be playing it with Rakan very likely unless this is a Seraphine mid. Putting Zaya on 3 is a very good idea, though. It does make the Silas engage a little bit less threatening, so that's always good. Let's see what they continue to ban here. It seems like both teams are missing frontline, so we might see a lot of those frontline options get denied. Hecarim, one of Manny's best jungle picks, so we'll be denying the Hecarim from them. Very good option into a comp like this as well, being able to engage onto the Seraphine and Zaya. Not really much care if Zaya ults can wait it out. All right, Garen ban on the side of Icathia. So, pretty all right ban. I wouldn't be too scared of Garen if I had like an Ash Milio, like they can just knock Garen back. So, yeah, I wouldn't be the like most scared of this pick, but I mean, you know, it's comfort for Shadow Isles, so it makes sense that they're banning it here. All right. And I just noticed Mass Stab. Thanks for the Prime. Appreciate that, man. And yeah, Icathia. You see, you're rooting for Icathia here. Yeah, I think that they can definitely win this one. They have been very dominant at the beginning of this season, but they did lose to Shadow Isles a couple of times recently. So they actually did send Shadow Isles did send Icathia to the losers bracket most recently. So yeah, they are fighting from that loser spot, even though now it is grand final. So it's anyone's game now. And then Cassante is banned on the side of Shadow Isles. Cassante, very good very very good on combo specifically. And then we see the Galio follow up, very good with a Mumu. Can follow up very very hard on Mumu's engage, double AOE CC. I don't know what they're really thinking with this pick into the Silas, though. Silas really likes this ult as well, can follow the Galio roams very well with it. But, you know, it's always good peel against the Silas and another just good option here. All right, we see Manny going on the Sejuani. Very selfless jungler here and providing some good front line for the Icathia team. Which they are in dire need of, and it will also kind of make some space for the rest of the team. And then finally, wrapping it up with the Mundo. Mundo has been very strong. If you have been watching Worlds, Mundo was very strong at Worlds, even though it was played in the top lane or in the jungle role. Here we'll see it in the top lane, but it's still like the same kind of idea. Nope, they switched to Renekton last minute. Wow, I actually thought this was a very good Mundo angle. Still like Renekton, though. It's a good blind. Can cover a lot of options for sure. So we'll have to see what they answer with. Ooh. So I remember in my series against Shadow Isles that this Warwick was a really, really good pick and dominated the game that we played. So I'm excited to see this pick. It's very strong in the hands of... I think it is Tai Lao, yeah. Mm-hmm. So, yep. I think I like both of these drafts actually. I'm excited to see both of them play out. I think that I will give the slight edge to the Icathia draft. I think the Sejuani and Renekton picks at the very end. And then the Silas lane, if they can play hard for their top side, then just bot lane kind of placed really relaxed with the Milio Ash, they can do a lot of work in this game. as you know, Sejuani's passive skill synergizes super hard with melees, and even a champion like Warwick can just find himself getting one shot. But you know, I do also think that a lot of these pieces that I know Shadow Isles have are good at, like the Warwick and the I know the Mumu, their jungler is really good at Mumu. So you know, some of these high mastery options that they have on the side of Shadow Isles could give them the win here, for sure. And then Galio is also a great option to kind of peel the rest of their team, so they have a very good counter engage. I just really think that though that Icathia with the Sejuani, Silas, and Renekton can make some nasty, disgusting plays, especially in this early to mid game. So, yeah, let me see. So yeah, who do we think will win these games? Sorry, I don't actually, I actually don't know how to do the prediction right now. So, yeah, let's see. Have they started drafting? Oh, okay, they're not up yet. Yeah. All right, let's see. So right now, currently we have who will win game one? Yes. Okay, there we go. It looks like it's up now, so it's good. I think. I mean, personally, I think that that Icathia has the stronger draft, especially in the early game. They can get a lot of prio going, but if Shadow Isles manages to stabilize, then they'll probably have the edge. So it just depends on who is able if Shadow Isles is able to stabilize this game. I mean, like also not to discount the fact that Warwick and Galio are very strong laners. But like I just think that this Sejuani gank setup with the Sejuani, Silas, and Renekton is just insane. Like they can just like 100-0 like anyone, even like Galio or Warwick in the early game. So they have to be play it very very carefully, and I'm afraid they actually won't play it carefully. So yeah, that's why I think. Let's see. So far, it looks like. Now who will win? It looks like most of the edge is on Shadow Isles right now. So, yeah, I think that most of the people think that Shadow Isles will win. And I think, yeah, I think both drafts have like differing identities, so it's gonna be very interesting. It's not like one draft completely counters the other. I think both of them have ways to win this game for sure, and they're both equally viable. All right. Meanwhile, all right. So I ended up getting something while we're waiting for them to start their game. Um, I did have something that ended up showing up right as I logged in today. So this will be interesting. Let's do a Riot feedback survey while we're waiting. So yeah, let's see. Yep. Strongly disagree. this is these are always fun to fill out. So during an experience of disruptive behavior, I have the tools to manage any negative effects it may have on me. Somewhat agree. I think it's fine. Riot effectively detects and punishes intentionally disruptive behavior. Actually, recently I've seen that Riot has done a lot better with this, and I've gotten a lot of report feedback. So I think so. The community celebrates positive behavior and condemns negative behavior. I'm not gonna agree nor disagree because I don't think anyone and their mom celebrates positive behavior at all. After experiencing disruptive riot systems are capable of minimizing negative impact. Let me see, this is still going. I mean, no, I still lose my LP. Sorry, I disagree. Most League of Legends players have the best intentions, even if they're not performing well. No, I disagree with that. Right, effectively detects and restricts disruptive behavior before it affects. Wait, wasn't this just asked? Oh wait, this is the same question as this. Okay, disagree. Next. How often do you encounter harassment? Occasionally. Do you encounter sportsman-like Nah, nobody is ever positive. Everybody's ever negative. I don't ever see anybody being positive. Yeah. Please rate your level of agreement with following statements. Player behavior systems successfully protect the game experience. Again, I do think that they're doing a better job. I feel like a lot of these questions are repeated. Riot Games implement effective programs for discouraging negative behavior. I don't feel like their programs discourage it. I feel like it just detects it well and catches it. But I still don't like have any evidence to think that they have. I've gotten a lot of reports personally from like people saying that or like report feedback saying like this person who griefed my Riot game was like punished. So yeah, and then Riot Games influence effective programs for encouraging. No, they don't do that at all. Like nobody like Honor 5. What do I get? Like a small little thing. Like what? I don't even know what I get for being Honor 5. Like extra battle pass experience. I think I don't know. It's like it. I don't care. I have no reason to care. They should give me like a free skin. Like they should give me like a nice skin at the end of the year, and maybe people will be better. All right, there you go. Yeah, you get an emote. Oh, you get an emote. Oh shit! I should like actually, yo, that's crazy. I get an emote for behaving well. That's crazy. I think that will be the okay. It looks like they're finally starting the draft. So yeah. All right. Let's see. All right. I think I have time for more stuff. Let's see. It's local like a thing. Yeah, there we go. Let's do this as well. Doing everything on
I'll be funneling.
Game 1. Yeah, class.
The Medardas do not forgive or forget.
Today's league champion.
Come on.
Start with Kane because it
worst that
won
could
last
happen?
time, so surely. Oh, and everything is wrong. It's everything except mana. All right. Not male, not jungle. All right, very cool. Ranged. Not jungle. So like an ADC maybe. Not Ionia, Noxus, Runeterra, or Shari. Wait, not Runeterra. Yo, what the hell?
I see you lack judgment.
Wait, what? Wait, that's crazy. Wait, no, but it's not Runeterra.
Well, now I'm just mad.
Magically altered is incorrect though for species. He said Tristana. What the hell? It's like not magically, it's not darkened, not human. So it has to be some kind of like, maybe it's like Belveth or something. No, but not jungle. Wait, but Tristana is magically altered, right? Does that count? Or... And also Belveth's newer than 2017. Wow, this one's crazy. I'll just try Tristana and see what I get. I'm not getting it here. Yeah, okay, Yordle is not magically altered. It's after 2009. So it's a female bot laner, mana ranged. Alright. Interesting. You know, any female ADCs? Most of them, I think. It says human is red. Human is red. Or wait, does this mean it's not all of those three? Is that what? No, then it would be yellow though. Callista Shadow Isles, that's part of Runeterra, right? Or am I trolling? I'm just gonna. Human was on it. Yeah. That's why I felt like, and Callista's also human to a certain extent, right? I mean, I'll just try it, I guess. I don't know. Wait, wait, Callista counts as undead. Okay, all right. Smart. Okay. Smart. Yeah. I could tell you what's on his scroll, but then I would have to obliterate. Oh, it's definitely Rise, right? Surely, like, yeah, it's got to be Rise, right? Okay. Ability. Is this the Swain E? Whatever. Is this Swain E? Like the hand, the pulling hand? Does somebody have any other suggestions? I think it's Swainy, but could be wrong. I'll try Swain. Let me see. Nope, it's not Swain. Nope, it's not Swain, unfortunately. Okay, this game's starting soon. It's not Swain. Like Cassidon? What other champs have an ability with the hand? I play a lot of Warwick. There's no way it's Warwick. I would be very surprised. I've played a lot. Yeah, no, there's. I mean, I don't know. Like, what else is hands? Mordekaiser. I feel like I would know if it was Mordekaiser. Now this one's hard. What the hell? I haven't seen one that's this difficult. Who else has hands? Who else uses hands? Who uses their hands? I have no idea. Vagar. I don't know. Like maybe it's. Yeah. I don't know. Yorick. Like him clue. Oh my god. Oh my. What? It's Maokai? Okay, then it has to be his E, right? Oh wait, no, it's his passive. It's his drain. Oh, I see. Okay, emoji. Gragas. Surely, right? Okay. Splash. Okay, I'm terrible at Splash. It's like a project skin, isn't it? Gotta be a project skin. Or wait, no. I think it's Jinx, but I think it's Jinx. I'm gonna try Jinx. Oh wow, I'm just okay. So it's this Jinx. Yeah, it just kind of like looks like Jinx. Is that the? It's the like cat, right? It's the battle cat. Yeah. It's like yeah. Okay. Awesome. Great. Okay. Cool warm up before the round starts. I'm going to get some water. I'll be right back. My cat is currently watching the game on my desk, is staring intently at my screen. Hey, Appa, get off my seat. I need to cast. Buddy, get off my seat. I'll give you treats if you do. That's Alright, I guess I'll do it standing up. I don't know. That's funny. Alright, hello. You can stay here if you want. Alright, I'll just stand. I'll just set my desk to standing. This one. Alright. Oh, wow, this really increases the casting experience when you're standing up. Oh wow. Alright. Epic. Let's beat this up to real time. Oh wow, they were going after Warwick, of course. Alright, we're back in the real time as we start the game. So, what just happened is Icathia went up top and went for a cheese kill on the Warwick. Here, let me rearrange these real fast. And it looks like Icathia will have their Sejuani start in the bot side, which makes a lot of sense. Yep. And other than that, it seems like a pretty normal start for them. So let's see how this one goes. As we see, Warwick is very scary level 1. Necton will have to be a little bit careful. And, you know, without the Sejuani, I would say Galio versus Silas is pretty Galio favored in lane. But, you know, Sejuani can always make the difference here. So, yeah, I'm a little bit interested to see what will happen in this lane. As, yeah, we see that Galio is getting level 2 here. Alright, well played. Combo getting a good trade-off on Warwick, but Warwick is that top laner that likes to be low HP, loves these extended fights, and will force to flash out early, but Combo could just burst here. It's not unheard of to see the W, and there it is, yep, the burst trade, waiting for that W cooldown and getting the early kill on the Warwick. Barrier will not save you against your Necton W empowered. That actually goes through shields. So yeah, well played by Combo, knowing the limits of his champion. Very well there. Well played. Alright. Both mid laners are trading really low here, but we do know that Daddy's working will have that sustained advantage with the W's. Now we will see that Sejuani is pathing back up to the top side, which will put a lot of pressure on the already 0-1 Warwick, which is a very scary position to be in. You don't want to be in that spot against Renekton for sure. Alright, Tylau getting the good trade-off, but not nearly enough damage to get the actual kill. Missing that Q there, and Sejuani will need to be careful. Sejuani can path here. Sejuani's looking for it. And it seems like Sejuani's not even needed. Combo, or not combo, wait. Daddy's working, we'll just get the kill. Well played. Sejuani just getting the recall. Amumu also just recalling as they will go to their second clears. And as you can see already, Icathia does have an early gold lead, as expected, obviously, for this lane. I will have to give a lot of credit to Combo here for killing that Warwick top, knowing that that barrier, waiting for the barrier to go up before using the empowered W to remove it entirely. Very well played there. Both mid laners will be using their teleports to get back to lane. And we will see Amumu starting back on that top to bot clear, and Sejuani same, doing a bot to top clear. It will be important to note though that the Amumu will have the pathing into the dragon, whereas Sejuani would have to abandon topside to contest this. looking pretty uneventful so far, though, on both sides. For sure. Okay. Well played. Sejuani trying to make a play in the bot lane. Amumu there for the counter gank. So nothing will happen there on either side. No flashes even were burned in this play. So yeah. Just going back to their regular full clears. It looks like Amumu is just actually going to start the Drake with the bot lane prio that this Xayah Seraphine has. Seraphine very good at getting prio. So it was very expected here that they get this Drake. Yeah. And the Icathia bot lane will take this as an opportunity to reset since they got push off the enemy bot lane getting dragon. So good trading all around. I still think that Icathia is in a stronger spot here as they have the ability to snowball their solo lanes in this type of game. And we can see even more good trades by Daddy's working. Well played. Well, combo going for the proxy. Bishop just completely whiffs the Warwick ult and will try to go in, but not really able to get much here because the Sejuani is just here. Okay, it does result in a barrier being used, but it's just not enough as the Icathia sent Galio up with the ult and they are able to get that kill. Or actually, it wasn't Galio, it was Silas with the Galio. I was wondering for a second there. Wait, they don't have Galio. They have Silas. Well played. Very good usage of that that Galio, of that stolen Galio ult. Can I zoom out a little bit? I forgot what's the control for that again. Shoot. Actually, I've actually never zoomed out. Is it like O or something? Real O? Sorry, I'm a low budget caster. I'm gonna use my friend ChatGPT really fast. Okay, I'll just use that my phone. Alright. The grubs have spawned, so looks like T1 Daddy's working, trying to get some action here on the grubs with their lead. The top side and is really ahead here, so they are trying to look. Daddy's working has another ultimate stolen. It's the Amumu ult this time, so they are looking for a team fight, but Bishop is able to keep the Silas locked down and they will get that shutdown. Combo getting a huge Q there. Is able to actually hit all of them, followed by Antaria Vito with the insane flash recall. That was very good. And so they will actually just be going even here. Their strong bot lane power spikes able to come in clutch there. So hello. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, this is much better. All right, there we go. Oh, I see. Cool. Thank you, appreciate it. All right. And now we will see Atomic Ghost getting all the grubs, but we'll need to spend the flash to get out of the pit. I think that's probably worth it, but yeah, that's probably worth it for them. In the meantime, we still do have a little bit of a gank going on top lane. Will dodge the initial Amumu Q. Amumu spending ult here really trying to make this play work, and it does. Bishop getting back into this game with a couple of good plays. That fight on the grubs working out very well for them, and then this play as well. Very well played to the Warwick and the Amumu here. Meanwhile, it's looking like the bot laners are trying to fight really, really hard here, but it will just be on the, it will just be favorable for the Xayah and the Seraphine, as they are just much better at trading at this stage in the game versus the other team. And wow, it actually looks like Galio is starting to get some good trades in, building that Hall of Radiance as Galio does, and just being able to kind of start neutralizing the Sylas lane. So that'll be more and more useful as the game continues. And we see both junglers going around to where the dragon is, getting ready for this Drake, and it's not looking too hot for the side of Icathia here. Icathia bot lane is pushed under tower. Icathia's mid lane is getting chunked by the stronger and stronger Galio with that magic resist. So we might just see Shadow Isles play for a dragon here, but you never know. They could just decide to use their tempo on reset as well. Alright, they are getting pushed. Top laners trading like normal. Not really much happening from this. You know, Renekton can kind of just keep the fight not extended, but decides to go back in. Very crazy, I think, but you know, Warwick is utilizing this to the advantage, but Renekton using the ult, using the Dominus, had it up, but used the W into the Warwick E, so we'll have to back off with a flash. So they are trading very equally here, and we'll reset back to neutral, kind of. Meanwhile, as expected, Shadow Isles getting the dragon with their prio. Their bot lane had to recall, so yeah, they will be doing the dragon. And looks like Bishop and Combo are just kind of trading in the top lane here. It's important to note that Combo was able to get the wave in, so we'll be getting that reset here. As far as the game goes now, as you can look at the score lines, I'm starting to think that like this Xayah is starting to get more and more of a, is starting to become more and more of a threat. You know, at 2-0 already off that grub fight, very strong, and the Warwick providing good lockdown along with the Amumu and Galio. Their front to back dream is going to probably start paying off here. You know, Combo had a good lead on the Renekton and would have been able to really like put a lot of pressure on the ADC, but not really anymore. And Galio's getting closer and closer to that Hall of Radiance spike, and you know, Sylas was able to get some kills off and good roams, but might not be enough after those mistakes at the grub pit. Alright, we see a little bit of a scuttle fight, but not really much happening here on like really any of the lanes, honestly. Bishop and Combo just kind of fighting, but you know, Manny Avenue will be looking for a gank here and a play, and it might actually work, and it does. Yes, the Sejuani Renekton, just a very strong dominant combo, even when the Warwick has Titanic Hydra, has a lot of tankiness. It's not really enough. Oh wow, nice bait on the Amumu ult there. That was a big Amumu ult whiff. I see the vision there. Alright, and yeah, it looks like Galio not only is in a good spot, but actually a great spot, a level ahead of the Sylas right now, and working probably will be able to get Hall of Radiance on this next base. Alright, we see Ontario Video and Poor Fun Player putting even more pressure, getting more tower damage off. And Sua, while being able to utilize this Kraken Slayer power spike, kind of, Ontario is just so strong with those feather combos. They will be going for the all-in though on For Fun Player, forcing both flashes out, and will actually get the advantage on the end of the play, as For Fun Player and Ontario Vito will have to back off. Their all-in is still really, really strong, as the recall was gone, and so both flashes will be needed to get out of that play. Owls still looking for some more plays, and the Rift Herald is spawned, and as it spawns, Sejuani going for it on spawn, but Atomico's looking. Atomico sees this and will not be taking it lightly. Silas is coming. Ontario Beetle, their entire team is coming, and Daddy's Working has to just back off. Silas missing the E, going for a flash ult on the entire team, but no follow-up will be continued as they all have to retreat, and Warwick will continue with the ult. Will be going in, but it's not enough. Both teams using a lot of cooldowns here, and it looks like both teams will be going for the team fight. Combo going in for the Renekton flash. For Fun Player, it looks like For Fun Player will die, but barely gets out with a tiny amount of HP. Combo still trying to get pressure onto the ADC, but the Xayah ult into the recall will be his undoing, as the rest of the team still will be able to clean up. And as we can see, it looks like Icathia will actually get the fight going their way, as Daddy's Working will be 7-1 with the quadra kill. Really, really well played. That was an insane fight and a very, very exciting start to this championship game. So now, like, Silas is really ahead, so that will always be a problem. Even burning the flash, burning the ult, was still able to space some of the stuff in the middle of that fight and then go back into the end of the fight and clean up a bunch of kills. So it was a very, very well played to Daddy's Working. As it looks like Manny will have to back off here. There's not any danger here. We'll be wasting a teleport on Combo, but not a big deal for them. We'll still be getting pressure up here. And Combo might be a little bit up, but probably not. Actually, the Warwick coming in, we'll be able to go in. We'll be trying to go for the flash, but we'll see if it'll actually be enough to get them a kill. Bishop is really trying hard to get this Renekton, but, wasn't able to actually do so. But Combo goes back in, and it was a big crucial mistake as he just dies for that. Tomoko's trying to go in for the engage here. Will peel his Seraphine, even through the Seraphine ult, but will just end up dying as a cause, and it looks like Icathia, with their numbers, will just be able to get the dragon now. Good teleport usage on the side of Icathia here. And Icathia, they came back to back. They came out of both of these series with 2 losses against Shadow Isles in the most recent games. They lost most recently in the winner's side of the playoffs, and so now they're coming back for vengeance as they are up 12-6 in this game. They're up about 4k gold here, and they're only looking to grow that lead. Silas is really strong. Galio's really strong. Ashe is even just deathless here. So they actually have a very good way to win this game, but they still do have to be very careful of the scaling on the side of Shadow Isles. One misstep, one shutdown from the Silas could be their undoing in this game 1. Sorry, I just gulped too much soda. Oh, getting a little bit of burn in my esophagus right now. Oh my god. Jeez. I'm okay. Nothing's really happening though anyway. As fat as Daddy's Working is, not really able to do much to this Galio. He's trying to slowly whittle through his Galio health bar, but won't really do anything. And because they see that Galio's on the other side of the map, Shadow Isles is willing to take a fight here. They are willing to look for something here. Xayah does have the ultimate and will use the recall, but Combo's healing is just too much, as this Renekton is just insane frontline, and it doesn't really seem like Shadow Isles is really able to do anything about it here in this game. Now Daddy's Working is in the fight, used the teleport, but is getting kind of peeled, so won't be able to actually kill Ontario Vito. Really trying to though. Probably will be able to. No, Ontario Vito has to use the flash, And, you know, the entire Shadow Owls team is just off this Otacon now, so it looks like Icathia will just be able to get this for free. Very good fight and very good rotation by Icathia, utilizing that teleport on the Silas. Very good. They get the Otacon for that as their reward. So now you can see that, like, there are a lot of shutdowns on the side of Icathia. So, you know, I don't know if you remember, but last game one, what happened was it actually ended with Icathia having a similar lead. But what ended up happening was they just threw it away. They had a really bad fight, and they just kind of lost the game off of it. So they really have to close this game out soon and make it clean, because Shadow Isles has been known to punish these misplays. Turn off the time here. By the way, if any of you want me to like do anything controls wise, probably just tell me like what buttons to click, because I'm not very good at using the full spectator. It looks like for one player though is getting caught out here. Very well played, good Ash ult there. We'll just kill the Seraphine. It's a pretty med death because there aren't really any objectives right now that are being spawned. Yeah. Won't be too big of a deal. And you know, Bishop is now laning against the Silas. Don't really know if the Warwick is strong enough to deal with this Silas, but you know, it is always Warwick. Warwick is very strong in these 1v1 side lanes, so definitely could do some work here. Silas though, 8-1, probably not going to die anytime soon. Also has a lot of teammates hovering around him. Alright, Atomic goes. Looking for something. Is actually kind of just going in on his own. Not really able to do much here. Will use the Mumu ult, but you know, all of this is just not really going to do much because of the Milio ult. The Milio ult saving them and keeping them safe, even though they were trying to go for a little scuffle there. So yeah, it also is important to note that Silas did get the Amumu ult in time for this dragon fight. Amumu no longer has it. Was trying to look for something before the dragon spawned in order to get an advantage going into this dragon fight, but wasn't able to really find anything. It looks like Ashe is just using the ult to deter them from making the play, but Tai Lao is going in. Silas is going in for the ult, but Galio will peel them away. Will keep their health clean, and Atomic Ghost is just being abandoned by his team as Combo is drawing so much pressure in this backline, keeping away like the entire team and still living to tell the tale. He will just leave, and guess what? Icathia also got the dragon, so only do Icathia get the dragon, they get the 5-for-0. They get the entire ace. Combo really well played, able to just take up so much space in this fight. That was really insanely well played by him. And also, the daddy's working. Just the flash ult again, really well played as well. Wow. I wouldn't say that their draft has like no damage. I think that it's just their damage is kind of behind. You know, I mean, Amumu does a decent amount of damage, like even for a tank, but like it's just not enough to deal with like this Renekton with like a Shojin and Eclipse, right? And you know, who's also just kind of ahead in levels, right? And Warwick was supposed to be a really threatening pick in this game, and was supposed to have like a decent lane into Renekton, but also just kind of fell behind. And it also looks like Seraphine didn't build damage either, so that just really didn't help them. And Mini Avenue will just be looking for another pick, and they will just get that kill. Looking to keep this game going. Atomic Ghost is using the Q to get away, but won't be able to. as it just looks like a slaughterhouse on the side of Icathia. They are just killing Shadow Isles over and over and over again, and the Baron is spawned. Oh, Cat got left in the jungle, but they will be going to get this Baron. Job on Icathia's side, getting those picks, getting control of this Baron with all this vision in their jungle, and will just be able to kill Baron after here. Very well played to Icathia, as they will be looking to try to put an end to this game one fairly soon, probably. And now the lead is over 10k, so, you know, we've talked about a little bit about these kind of gold leads, but this one is massive. It's going to be really, really hard for Shadow Isles to overcome this, for sure. Another that was so fast that the spectator camera didn't even catch it. And Daddy's working. We'll be getting another pick onto the Atomic Ghost. Ontario Beetle will be using the recall to get to safety, but other than that, not really much that they can do. Combo is still getting some pressure, even though losing full health bar in the process, but still doing a lot. And you know, probably won't be able to die to the Galio anytime soon, but Bishop looking for the long range ult and will just get the ult into Q combo to kill combo. But the cost is the inhibitor, as they will continue to look for like maybe even an end, but probably not. They don't actually have the ability to end here. 4-5 player in Ontario Beetle can just clear the wave, and so Icathia will just leave. We'll just look for maybe some topside camps, but won't find anything, and we'll just probably reset. Looks like they'll get this bot wave first and then reset, actually. We do see that all of the Shadow Isles are looking to get a synced up, get back onto the map. Atomic Ghost getting back onto the map, and they are getting some push, but really not really amounting to much other than just getting the waves out and getting some control into their own jungle, of course. Wait, did I have to wait through a 3-minute timer to let you know you literally gotta... Yeah, I guess so. I didn't know that you get skin, that you actually do get skins for honor levels. I don't care. Cool, Malzahar skin. Oh wow, the Twitch and Warwick skin. Okay, that I already got both those skins a while ago. And the Warwick skin isn't even that good, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, looks like Icathia is gonna just get this third Mountain Drake. It is also worth noting that, you know, 3 Mountain Drakes is a lot of DR, so, you know, they will be utilizing this as well. Even though they don't get a soul or anything off of this, they will just be getting the Mountain Drake and will be able to put pressure on this tower. But it is important to know, their Baron is gone, but they probably won't really need it, as they just use 3 and try to go after Bishop. He is able to flash and get away barely. Wow, very well played to Bishop on surviving that. But it was a very, very close call, as it looks like Icathia will just keep trying to get some more pressure onto this top lane, as what is the rest of them doing? It just looks like they're looking on a play on combo, and yeah, maybe they'll get the kill, but it looks like Icathia is trying to like make a play onto the end, but you know, unfortunately Combo wasn't able to just kind of sit back a little bit and just wait for them to get some pressure. For all the control that he had in the early game, he wasn't actually able to finish it off. So Icathia will have to back. They just do have a numbers disadvantage, even with their lead of over 10,000, actually almost 13,000 gold lead now. They will just have to back off because they just do have one less player. We'll just be taking control of the entire topside jungle though. And we'll still get something out of this, even though it isn't the end of the game. But they gotta end this game soon, like, you know? I mean, if they keep giving away shutdowns like this, you never know what could happen. I mean, it is probably very unlikely for them to win, but, or for them to lose at this point. But, you know, you never know. Probably should just try to end the game as soon as possible. This is crazy. I think that the fact that Shadow Isles is struggling to even just take the waves, it seems like they're trying to just like gather these minions safely in their base for now, while there aren't really any objectives up, which is a very fair thing to do. It's probably a pretty good idea, but now Bishop is being left alone in the top lane again, and it looks like Icathia is trying to get people to up to get this tier 2 tower that is still standing. They're still just sitting in the jungle though, not really able to do anything just yet. And yeah, they will use this to get the Baron. Second Baron probably will be the end of the game, if I'd have to guess. As this game started out pretty close, there's like kills going back and forth, but yeah, at this point, it's like, it's just really, really hard for them to win. Looks like combo is being looked at again, but does dodge the Warwick ult, does dodge the Seraphine ult. Very well played, dodging everything. And there are a bunch of cooldowns there. And it just looks like Icathia is looking to push up this top lane. They're really like obsessed with getting this tier 2 instead of maybe trying to like look for something else. But yeah, they're looking really hard because they just did see so many key cooldowns burned on combo, and they just didn't actually end up like capitalizing on that, on combo being overextended in lane. So yeah, well played to Icathia. Looks like Combo's trying some pressure in the mid lane, drawing some more people, and as they will be doing this 4-1 Baron push, it seems like Combo is good enough to be able to just kind of live on his own. Bishop will not be able to engage on this, not just yet, because, you know, there's just too many other people here. And it looks like they're trying, like maybe Bishop is trying to look for a Warwick ult. He does have it now. He is able to use it at this point, but unfortunately, this 4-1 curse will result in 2 inhibs being gone. And with the third inhib also being gone, they just have 3 super waves. Bishop will be getting hit by the Ash ult. They use that as a go in, and both teams will be using everything. But it actually is Shadow Isles coming on top. They've actually killed 2 people. They killed a third, and they're actually going to win this team fight, getting a lot of shutdowns, a flash, and they might actually just come out 5-0. Oh my god, if Icathia actually throw this game, that would be insane. Manny is the only one living, but not for long, as they will get the ace and Warwick will get the shutdown. Very well played. Good defense by Shadow Isles, as they will be able to hold on to this game one. Insane that they were actually able to defend there. You know, I think that the issue was that they found the wrong target with the Ashe. You know, Warwick isn't that easy to kill, especially when he's built Titanic, Thornmail, and Jack Show, and a Ruby Crystal. That's a lot of tankiness that you have to get through, and they just weren't really able to get through it all. So yeah, well played to Shadows, getting this third dragon, and yeah, now both teams are at soul, and the gold lead has diminished to only 7k now. It was like 13, 14k, but now it's only 7k, as all the shutdowns were given to the Shadow Isles. Wow. Incredible that they weren't able to end the game off. And the longer that this game goes, the more I feel like it will be a Shadow Isles win. This is insane. We'll be getting the waves back in though. They still do have an incredible gold lead even with that kind of a blender. But, you know, they still do have most of the inhibs up. It does look like the bot inhib has respawned. But, you know, at least Shadow Owls gets a little bit of breathing room here in this game 1. But probably won't be enough. We'll see. They will defend this bot lane inhib, though, with their lives. It looks like Icathia will be able to just get this bot lane inhib anyway. They still do have to get through the 2 Nexus towers that are still alive, so, you know, it does look like Shadow Owls is able to comfortably just kind of clear these waves out unless Icathia forces the initiative here. They will be looking top, but they won't all be able to get there just in time. They are able to get that wave in, but it looks like everyone's hesitating to fight each other right now. Atomic Ghost looking for something, but, you know, doesn't really want to stay in as the rest of Icathia are looking to kill at that angle, but, you know, it's just not really anything that they can do here as the Shadow Owls just remain vigilant, and are able to hold each of these super waves out of the base. And now the double super waves will be coming in, so if there's any time for Icathia to do something, it would be now. Baron will be spawning soon though, so they can look for that as well. Alright, all of the, you see Bishop is level 18, Tai Lao is level 18, and we got Combo and Daddy's working actually a level below them. Even with all of their leads and all of their extra kills, they aren't actually ahead right now. Incredible, actually. They aren't ahead in XP at least. That's what I meant to say. Looks like some actually form of stabilization is occurring here, where the Shadow Isles is going to start being able to leverage their stronger team fight power against this very dominant, like, early game skirmishing Icathia team, where their lead was super important to getting them this win, but they kind of threw it away in that last fight. Fortunately though, they still do have to deal with double super minion waves in their base, and so that means that Icathia will be able to do this Baron here. And with this Baron and with the inhibs still down, you know, they won't have the big super waves as the inhibs are respawning, but they will probably be able to get them back soon. So, yeah. Alright, looks like they're going back for this top lane inhibitor. Icathia will get this top lane inhibitor. They're just moving over to the mid lane inhibitor as well. And it looks like Shadow Isles won't even try to defend this. They know that their inhib is gone, and so they will have to stay behind these minions. These marching, like, double super minion waves. It seems like my cat is interested to watch the rest of this game. I don't know what's going on here. My cat really wants to watch this. Alright, they are getting some push in the mid wave, but probably won't be enough to actually get a tier 1 tower, as Daddy's working does get the Silas Soul. Very important for this Dragon Soul fight. Whoever gets this dragon will be getting the soul. And if you're on the Shadow Owls team, you gotta be thinking, this might be your way back in. This is probably like the only way they can go back in at this point. They will look for the Seraphine ult, and it will be a flip fight, and red team got the dragon. Shadow Isles getting the dragon soul, and they will be able to get this. Bishop is wasting a lot of time here. Galio getting the flash taunt, Zaya getting the ult, and they will actually win the fight and get the soul. Good job on Shadow Isles for getting this, and they will send people back to make sure that they can defend these waves. But now, as a result, Atomic Ghost is going to die for the cause. and it looks like he will flash, but it probably just won't be enough, as he will just die here. But at the very least, it is still a 2 for 2, technically, and they will be able to defend the base. Very well played. And now Ontario Beetle having the GA, having the Mountain Soul, you never can really count out the Shadow Isles team here, as everyone is getting to full build. You start getting to around the 70k gold mark and think, yeah, that means that everyone's gonna start getting to their like full builds. Zaya already full build is like their 80 carry, and Galio also nearly full build, but does have that Doran's ring as a placeholder. They are looking to try go for an endo here with their massive super waves and everything like that, but Shadow Isles does have the Mountain Soul. Galio's super tanky, but it won't be enough, as the entire Icathia team is just diving the backline and will probably just be able to get this Nexus and close out what was starting to look like a concerning game 1 for them. But well played to Icathia, getting that 1-0 start against the team that they have lost to for the past 2 matches against them. Good job, Icathia. Almost, though. Almost a throw. Okay. I'm getting Norton things. Okay. Alright. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, they're already starting drafting too. Very cool. Let's see what they already started drafting. I think they just wanted to immediately get into the next game. Let's see what we have so far. We have Nami and Brand. I did see Suab play Brand last game. Brand APC. It was very interesting. I don't know how viable it is, but it can work. It says that as I lost to Brand APC, but it can work. We see the Zeri and the Lulu being picked on the side of Shadow Isles. Very classic, just like defensive front to back comp. You have the Lulu, very good. Yeah, so good start. But they will opt into the Vi, going for some aggression, some form of aggression. But the Vi can also be used as kind of a peel tool as well, using that Q and the ult to keep somebody locked down in position for the Zeri to get some autos off onto them. And then we see that on the side of Icathia, they pick Wukong, a good AD complement to the Brand, who does mostly AP damage from the carry role. So, yeah, the Wukong will be able to shred through, to get through to this back line and maybe be able to get like an ult off on the Zeri and Lulu and actually be able to get some work done here. As for the bans, we see that Yasuo is being banned on Shadow Isles. Very, very good synergy with the Wukong. And in the meantime, we have Shadow Isles ban phase, and we see that they banned Malphite, or Icathia banned Malphite. So, I don't really know what they're thinking about Malphite here. I mean, Brand doesn't really, hate Malphite or anything, but, I guess that's what they want. And then, combos Cassante getting banned, of course, makes a lot of sense. And then final ban from Icathia. Let's see what it is. I mean, I'm thinking something that they might want to ban is some kind of tanky frontliner. But, also Malzahar, very good at peeling for this Zeri and Lulu. So it makes a lot of sense as well to ban that. And can shut down Wukong pretty hard against a team like this. So good ban for them. All right, what do Shadow Isles pick here? They pick the Lissandra instead of the Malzahar. Said, yeah, you banned Malzahar? Okay, we'll pick Lissandra. Another really good option for just locking somebody down who tries to go in. And, in this team, it'll probably be the Wukong. So Wukong's going to have a lot of trouble with the Lulu polymorph, the Lissandra ult, the Vi ult. I mean, there is very little that, can get through all of that peel for Zeri. So, if Zeri gets ahead, it can be very, very, very scary here. And we'll just see the combo Azir being picked here, as it does make sense, Azir can output a lot of DPS, but you gotta think that's a lot of AP DPS. You got Brand and Azir now, so that's a lot of AP. And if you're in the shoes of Shadow Isles, you probably want to pick something that is able to utilize that. Maybe like an Ornn or something like that. That also provides a huge front line for them as well. But Icathia anticipating that with a set, and the set pick does make a lot of sense. You want to not let them pick a frontliner that can go magic resist, and you want to not let them do that. And if you pick set, then that's a way to prevent that from happening, because set can just ult to the frontliner into the rest of their team. So got to be careful there. But Shadow Isles will still just pick the Ornn or Scion. Yep, and make both of these picks make sense. I think they're going to edge on the Scion here. Yep, makes sense here. And it will be the Scion versus Set top matchup. I do like the Scion here. I actually probably think I would have liked the Ornn a little bit better. But, Scion makes sense as well. Getting that big frontliner in on the top lane. And, maybe trying to do their best against Set. But, Scion is a health stacker. So, Set can use that to ult Scion into the back line and do a lot of damage. So they have to be very careful about that. All right, the game will be starting soon. I'm going to be right back, though. I want to feed my kitty some food, so yeah, that's probably what I'll be doing for now, I think, before this game starts. So, yeah. Probably looking for that angle. Sure. 1 second. I'll be right back.
There's always another wave.
We won't be muzzled.
No, I'm just mad.
Who said let us hear? Let us hear what? Did you want to hear me feeding cats?
I
Like,
see you lack judgment.
confused. I don't know what that was. What that comment's referring
I'll be
to.
funneling. The Medardas do not forgive.
Ah, come on. What's the worst that could happen?
Right, we will see the picks being locked in. Here, I will show you what the draft was in full while the game is going up. Yeah, that is happening. Lolo was already finished, so I won't be closing out of that. Yep. Gotta find more like fun things to do during game, I guess, or in between games. Based on these drafts, the prediction for game 2 is up. So, who do we think will win game 2? You can vote in the stream chat right now if you'd like. Let's see.
It is done. No cure for fools.
You will lose. Alright, the game will be beginning soon, which means that spectator will be beginning in like 3 minutes. But, yep. I just fed my cats, but, yeah. Let's see. The game will be starting in 30 seconds. Let's see, who do we think will win game 2? It seems like everyone is voting for Icathia, by the way. So, yeah, that'll be interesting. I think that this game, it looks like just from what I'm seeing that I like Shadow Owl's draft so much better. I think that their damage split, their engage, their peel, their lockdown, their I don't know, their front to back. It's just, like, I don't know, just everything feels better on their team except for their individual lanes. I think the only thing that they have worse is their individual lanes. But everything, when they group, their team is just, like, Shadowwell's team is just way stronger. That's just my opinion, though. You can feel free to vote on what you think will be going on in the draft in the stream chat above. Is Brand Nami a good bot lane? Does anyone know if Brand Nami is good as a bot lane duo? Or I've never really seen that before, but I'm assuming they've like practiced it or something. I want to know how good it is. But I do know Sua played Brand last match because I was on the receiving end of it. Yeah. Do remember the last time that I saw Shadow Isles play Zeri, they really popped off on the pick though. The reason for that, and it was actually against Icathia. The reason that they popped off against Icathia so hard was they oh wow. Looks like we got a 10 gifted subs from Synopsy. Thank you, Synopsy, for the 10 gifted. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Oh, thank you. Thank you, man. Wait a second. Wait. Hold on. I see Ontario Beetle on the watch list. Yo. Wait. Get off the stream, bro. But thank you, bro. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. All of these Vash mods probably also appreciate it as well. But why is one of the viewers on the stream Ontario Beetle? You're not snitching in on the action, are you? You should be playing the game. Hello? Someone explain? All right, interesting. I'll agree to ignore it. All right, looks like everyone's going in their 5 point as we catch up to live, or not live, but as close to live as we can get. Let me do this again. All right, there we go. And we will continue to watch the stream.
Minions have spawned.
All right, nothing is happening so far, but yep, as I expected, it would be Brand bot lane, and what else? Yeah, I think let me reorient the characters here. Should add a role. I think we should add a role into Boost Bash to make everybody line up in the lobby for what roles they will be playing. That's just my opinion, though. All right. As we will start playing this seeing these lanes being played out, both lanes will be starting in the top lane as we get a pause here. I guess it was a very short pause, but yeah, we'll see that both junglers are going to be capping bot lane, kind of leaving the Scion lane alone, which makes a lot of sense. You know, you don't really want to gank into the scaling Scion tank. It doesn't really like impact you that much, as Scion won't get the waves. There is a little bit of a pause right now. I guess my client is just frozen. I think it's probably because of the pause. So that happened earlier. But there we go. We will continue. And yeah, we'll see that Sua will just be playing that Brand, getting some poke damage in onto this Zeri Lulu lane. So that makes a lot of sense here. And Nami will probably be supporting the game plan. But as you can see, ADC versus mid, ADC will just go in and try to make longer extended trades. That is what happened. They're playing the lane really well, doing a lot of damage to combo in these early levels as well. Alright, and Bishop actually surprisingly gets the prio onto the set as well. So a very good start from the top lane. Interrupting some of the CSing and just really doing a lot of work in these early levels. Now we'll see that both junglers are pathing down as well. Just going into their main buffs at this point and leaving this kind of top lane to be ignored, but you know, combo's getting really low. Will be able to pop the W and get the trade out, but gets the and the sign gets the flash kill for the first blood, getting the revenge first blood against what happened last game. Where combo got the better of Bishop in that game one, but here we are. Ontario Beetle getting exhausted, getting hit by the Nami Q, and will have to back off, and for Fun Player will use the heal and burn it here. As Vi will be looking for a play, but you know, Manny is on the Wukong. Wukong is really strong in these early levels and will probably be able to get pressure here. You know, Cthulhu actually being able to support this Wukong and getting the scuttle here and getting controlled. It looks like there is going to be a little bit of a fight here, as Vi will be looking for it. Only gets the clone though. Very well played by the Wukong, catching out Atomic Ghost and getting the quick kill on Atomic Ghost. Very well played on the side of Icathia. Really looking to get a good early start on this game too, but will waste some time trying to get the second scuttle. You know, it is a little bit of slowing down your tempo to try to go for both scuttles, as Vi will already be starting that clear and being able to finish that clear earlier than the Wukong. At the same time though, you see the bot lane hasn't really, neither of the bot lanes have recalled yet, so you know, they are still just kind of staying in lane at this point. And now Manny not recalling again and trying to go for a play on Sion, but like, you know, probably not going to get much out of this here, as we'll just back off. But look, Atomic Ghost coming in, maybe looking for something, probably just trying to defend the top laner. He was in a little bit of a not ideal spot, and at the same time, we see Icathia, like, they're trying to get control of this bush, trying to make some good trades occur in the bottom lane. Also worth noting, mid laners are also pretty low here. It looks like Tylao is going to try to look for something over here. Doesn't really get it, as the top laner will just fight each other, and now Combo will get the return play onto Bishop and will be able to get the play. But Bishop using the control word to get the return kill. Very well played. But it looks like Tylao tried to go for the level 6 dive, but Daddy's working, hit level 6, and was able to use that healing to survive and get the kill onto Tylao, who took too many tower shots in that play. And it looks like Azir will be getting an early lead, which is a little bit concerning. Azir does a lot of damage, especially when getting a lead like this. Looks like after all is said and done though, Atomic Ghost is actually behind the Wukong in clear speed, even with the fact that Vi actually got back onto the map first. Very interesting here. Alright, we see both junglers clearing down to their bot laners, but both bot laners are pretty full on health, so not really many plays to be made here, but the dragon is up, so that is the objective that both junglers will probably be trying to look for here. But it looks like Icathia will be getting the prio needed to kind of get some control of the river, as Vi will have to take the way around the river to get anything there, and there is a scuttle spawning as well, so it looks like while these top laners are trading, Wukong is trying to get the scuttle control and will be starting it. And we see that Atomic Ghost is in the river trying to look for something here, but you know, no Lissandra ult means probably no play, because Azir does have ult here, and Lissandra burned her ult on the play in mid lane. So yeah, looking like a dragon on the side of Icathia because of that kind of mistake from the mid lane. And the Prio lost in the bot lane as well. So very well played to Icathia here on this beginning of the start, and as well Combo getting another kill onto the Scion, but probably will end up dying here as a result, but actually is able to kite it out and use the W to deflect that last auto attack. Looks like Manny will not even recall. Manny is just going to look for these grubs right after the Drake. Is looking around the area, but does get spotted by Atomic Ghost, so won't be able to start them just yet. Looks like Cthulhu is here as well, and it also looks like the rest of the Shadow Owls team is just sacking this bot wave to try to look for these grubs. And this is something that Shadow Isles will just do every single time. They will send everyone here, even without any prio in the opposite lane. They will just go. And it looks like it will be Manny Avenue looking for the engage, getting a good engage onto Bishop and onto the back line, causing a lot of chaos into this fight. But Combo will be able to try to get some pressure going. And in the meantime, it just looks like Daddy's Working was able to just kill Tai Lao on the back end of this fight. So very well played to Icathia, winning another skirmish, getting that TP play in, and making everyone recall. Ontario Beetle was barely able to live at like 1 HP and has to back off as well. So not only did Shadow Owls lose the fight in the grubs, they lost some wave spot as well. So they lost a lot on this transaction. They were really banking on this play going well for them, and it did not go well for them at all, as they are now down 2k gold at 9 minutes and 40 seconds. It is important to note though that, you know, as even though the Shadow Owls are behind, they do have the element of scaling on their side. They have Zeri, Lulu, they have Lissandra, and they do have better team fighting in the later stages of the game. They do have to worry about Brand a little bit, but I still think in general their team fighting is better. And also their all-in is pretty good too, as Ontario Beetle will look for ult play and will get ulted by Lulu. So we'll keep going in, slowing Sua down and being able to make some plays happen. And Sua will have to flash, but it seems like both of them are taking a lot of damage. Ontario Beetle also took a lot of damage on this play, so both of them will probably end up just backing off here. Both junglers are also down, trying to cover their laners after that long engage fight. Seems like they will trade pretty evenly there. Okay, Combo going in for the flash, able to get the ult off, and will actually get the kill onto Bishop. Combo actually getting a pretty substantial lead, but does decide to go for the W there and will just die as a cause. Atomic Ghost trying to go in for the ult play, but will Atomic Ghost be able to finish this play off? We don't know. It's getting pretty close, but it looks like Sua was able to get the final rotation of spells in and get the kill on Atomic Ghost. Kind of a throw there, not really having a follow-up from the team as Vi usually wants when ulting in on somebody, and just tried to go for a solo kill. It just did not work out at all, as now Ontario Beetle is able to utilize this though and get some advantage off of it, which is the fact that, you know, they had to recall because they got chunked out by Vi, so, you know, Ontario Beetle will get a couple of plays. But still, it looks like the mid laners will trade 1-for-1, but still, that is a shutdown for the Lissandra, which is definitely favorable for her, and the Waven as well. In the meanwhile, the top lane, nothing's really happening so far. They are just kind of trading. You know, Sion's getting pretty tanky, and it looks like Lulu is going in for another play, and there is just so much CC from the side of Shadow Owls, but it just won't be enough, as Manny Avenue will go in and get the Wukong ult onto onto Ontario Beetle. Well played on Icathia and good gank by the Wukong. I actually don't think the gank was needed. At the same time, it looks like Bishop is able to just get a kill onto Chrono Combo using the ultimate there, getting that solid clean kill. As the Scion is starting to get really tanky and has a Titanic Hydra, so also not lacking that much in damage either. Same time though, you know, the kill happened in the top lane, but the Vi is currently on the top side jungle pathing up, so that gave Icathia the opportunity to get this dragon here. It looks like Ontario Beetle is looking for some more plates here. They do actually have a lot of plates. It does look like Brand was looking for the ult play there. Wasn't actually able to get a full 3 points into the ult, as Ontario Beetle still is just caught though. Not really able to do much against the Brand with the Leandru spike, as there he does not have any items yet. At the same time, Tai Lao actually able to get the kill onto the Azir, utilizing that shutdown from the earlier play and the Malignant's power spike to get that kill there as well. So on one end we have Tai Lao getting some more control over the Azir matchup with that shutdown, and on the other hand we have the bot lane of Sua and Cthulhu just being able to keep this on this bot lane shut down. At the same time, it looks like Atomic Ghost was looking for a counter jungle, seeing that, you know, they just made a play in the bot lane, but, you know, it didn't really work out as Many Avenue knew and was able to punish this straight away. And Bishop having to flash over and barely lives that too. Oh wow, that was very close. But looks like Manny will be able to use this to start the Herald. The Herald will be started up by Icathia here, knowing that everyone is low or dead on the side of the Shadow Isles. And they will just get this for free, it seems like. And even more so, they will just save the bot lane tower as well, spending that teleport, making sure that they keep their gold high, get all of these waves, get all of the, make sure that no objectives fall in the meantime. Meanwhile, it seems like Icathia is just able to kind of just get this free push onto the top lane and burn the Lissandra ult at the same time. So it's just going so well on the side of Icathia here. Except for, okay, well, my cat's deciding to click the keyboard and move the camera around. Very cool. My cat, okay. I'm glad you did this. Don't worry, I'll reorient in a second. Oh, okay. GG. Guess there's a fight going on mid lane. Thank my cat. Alright. My cat's fault. Alright, there you go. Rift Herald will be being spawned mid lane, and that will be a play, and we see that Daddy's Working was actually able to get a return kill onto Tai Lao. So, you know, mid lane going back and forth, trading back and forth a lot, as they will be able to get some pressure off. And at the same time, Sion is actually able to get the tower down, but Azir will just replace that with one of their own turrets. We'll be able to kill the Sion, and Sion probably won't be able to get the return kill, as you know, Manny is there to cover, and you know, Daddy's will just kite it out. So yeah, Daddy's Working, getting a lot of kills here, getting us some shutdown gold as well, you know, and being able to return back into this game after getting shut down a couple of times by the Lissandra. Okay, my cat is trying to move my mouse again. Very cool. Alright, Atomic Ghost looking for another play onto the Vi. But, you know, we'll see what happens. Vi will just leave for getting the play and does get the... oh, this is really good punishing on the side of Manny. Is able to just get these kills It does go to Nami, but it was still just a very good read by Manny, being able to see that the Vi was going for those Krugs, and just know that, intuit that the Vi was going for the Krugs, getting that play off, being able to punish now on the returning end, get some of the Vi's camps, and really just expands the gold lead. Now the Vi is 0-4, so it's not a good spot if you're a Vi. You're in a very bad spot, actually, especially against a champ like Wukong. And again, it looks like the Vi is dead for one of these major objectives, so Icathia will just be able to get the dragon off this, and Icathia is just getting even more control in this game. They will be going to Soul Point now. Right. Alright, the next objective up is Otacon, and Otacon will be spawning in the top lane due to all that action going on in the top lane. Even though a lot happened bot lane, but yeah, that grub fight probably contributed, and so yeah, Otacon will be spawning up here as both teams will be getting some resets in for that objective spawn. It's like they're all getting ready for the key objective to be prepared for, and it seems like actually Shadow Isles will be the first one to get some vision into this river. Blue looking around, trying to make sure that there are no Icathia wards here, and we'll be able to get some control over this river before this objective is up. Meantime, Ontario Beetle trying to go for that back, trying to get some more gold, and we'll be able to get the BF sword as a result. Going into this fight, you gotta know, like, Zeri is very behind. Brand has the Andries and Rylai's, two strong items, also giving a lot of durability as well. So Brand will be really strong for this. And, you know, it just seems like right now, just due to gold difference alone, that Icathia should just be able to have these fights. You know, Vi is 0-4. And, like, Wukong is really good at team fight. Wukong, Azir, like, they can do a lot of engage. And there it is. The Cyclone by the Wukong is able to get that quick pick onto the Lulu and will just probably back off. Sion does get a little bit of return damage, but it does look like Brandon and Azir are able to just get so much damage off of the wall, and they will probably just get the free odd cut off of that play. Set also looking for maybe a tower, but probably won't be able to get it. It might be a little ambitious to go for this tower here, but he will try, and he actually will get it. Okay, nice haymaker by the Set into the kill. Is able to keep the Sion away, as Cthulhu will just make sure that Sion cannot do anything else with that passive. So very well played by Icathia. Again, just being so strong after that, getting the Herald, getting some plays there. Yeah, they'll really be in control of this game. Now up over 5k gold with Otacon with 3 Drakes. You know, next Drake is coming up soon, so you gotta be careful for them for sure. As now we say, as now we see some, I don't know if that's some trash talk or what, but I don't know. Let me neutron. This score is that right now Icathia is up 1-0, and then this is game 2, and they're leading this game as well. So that is the current state of the series. Looks like they're looking for a play onto Atomic Ghost, as Atomic Ghost won't be able to get the engage on, but Sua is getting looked on by everyone, but Manny will just be able to get the return play onto the Vi with the lead. And, you know, Vi is just really looking super weak in this game, not really able to get much done here. And Icathia will just be getting more plays off. It's kind of crazy. The Sion passive was able to get Cthulhu Flash, but They do get a tier 2 tower as well as they expand their lead even more in this game. Alright, nothing is really going on right now of too much importance. I mean, we do see that Vi's in the top lane and Dragon is spawning, so that is a little bit interesting. I wouldn't want to be top lane as a jungler when the Dragon's spawning, so this is just a free soul for the side of Icathia, which honestly is a little bit crazy to me. I'm surprised that they didn't try to do anything about this soul. Sua is just too tanky for this, as we see my cat trying to move my mouse again away from the team fight. Oh my god. But Ontario Vito is able to get the shutdown on to the AD carry. Yeah, Sua is just dead. But the fight is continuing, and Manny Avenue is just getting so much value on this Wukong. Has so much armor here, and he's able to just keep on going in this fight, playing super, super well. Combo going maybe a little bit deep, but is able to get the huge set W and able to do so much damage. Oh my god, my cat trying to make this spectator mode hard for me as that fight goes so well again for Icathia. But it is important to note Ontario Vito was able to get the shutdown onto Sua, which is a little bit crazy, honestly. Like, I was kind of surprised that happened. My cat decided to pan my camera to the left, and then I went back and I saw Sua was dead with both Rylai's and Liandry's. Very interesting. Okay, well played to Daddy's working, able to get the second kill onto the Zeri. Zeri just died and then just dies again to the Azir combo. Shurima shuffle. The Baron will be spawning, and given that Ontario Vito is dead, they will just start it immediately. Taking so much control over this game. This just seems so one-sided right now. They will just get everything on the map. It is 27-8. It is over 10k gold lead right now. And the Baron is there. It will be melted by this Azir brand. Oh my god. Alright, looks like that most of Icathia is going through mid lane. They are trying to set up a 4-1 for this Baron. So yeah, they will be doing this. And they will be pushing up the mid lane. And Wukong is... I saw this last game, or last series as well, that Icathia played. Then he is just doing his own camps while the rest of the team is on the map. Gotta be careful for the rest of Icathia though. You don't want to do this when your jungler is back, especially when your jungler is such a huge point of power in your team. That engage is just so important to your team fighting. And then, like, again, man, he's just going to reset. Kind of slowing down their ability to win this game immediately and making them kind of have to wait. And that's just precious Baron time being lost. It's like not too optimal here, but it probably doesn't really matter given how ahead they are. But we did see last game that, you know, they almost came back. As look, combo is trying to go in, doing so much damage there on that set, and it is just so much damage coming from Sua. Oh my god, Daddy's working and Sua just doing a bunch of AP damage. And you know, the other thing is, like, nobody built MR. I mean, I do respect the Vi trying to get some MR, but you know, it's just not enough. So yeah, it just looks like Icathia will just take this game to getting the Baron in the soul, being able to do all that work, and you know, they're just able to mess with the Lysandra and just get that final kill and the win. Well played to Icathia game 2, getting the win there. Good job. 1 second. Be right back. Let me see if the draft is up for the next game yet, or let me check. Let me type R again. Oh yeah, they are drafting for the next game. So yeah, let's see. So far, it is Aphelios, Misfortune, Jarvan on the side of Shadow Isles, looking for a cool combo with the Misfortune and the Jarvan, and then we see Aphelios, which has been such a dominant pick so far on the Icathia team being picked, and a Soraka, which I just think is an underrated pick in general, and Poppy jungle probably against the Jarvan, does very well into the Jarvan, and then Ornn on the side of Shadow Isles. I don't know about Ornn this draft. You are lacking a little bit of damage here so far, so you gotta consider that, but not too big of a deal. It seems like Icathia does want to ban the Blitzcrank, is a huge threat to this kind of like really played back enchanter lanes, so for sure. And then on the side of Shadow Isles, they're just banning some tank. They're just banning some tanks. I mean, we do see that Ornn was already picked, so I don't think these bans are necessarily needed. But Mundo Jungle could always show up. It is a little bit scary, so yeah, gotta be careful. Better be safe than sorry. And then we see Syndra being banned on the side of Icathia. Don't really want to deal with the Scatter of the Week, I mean, it's a very scary ability. And as we can see, Shadow Isles will be picking Mel next, so they will actually be leaning more into like kind of catch comp, I guess. Like, if you hit any of these abilities, Mel Root, Jarvan, Ornn engage, Misfortune can kind of use that and follow up with a good ult, right? So that seems to be the plan this game so far. It's like in the top lane, they're considering picking Fiora as a counter to Ornn. And then what is the final pick for the Icathia team? They are on match point here. So, Shadow Isles, they really have to put their foot on the gas here in this game 3, as they have been just losing early games and have not been able to come back in any of these games yet. So to be very careful here. And it looks like that Icathia will be picking that Anivia mid, that really like interesting pocket pick that showed up a lot in Worlds, and has been pretty solid, honestly. A kind of underrated pick here. Does right into the Mel. I'm pretty sure Mel can reflect the stun, but could be wrong about that. I don't necessarily know if that's true. I think it's true though. And the final pick on the side of Shadow Isles is Thresh. So, I think Poppy will probably get a lot of value on the side of Icathia, and Soraka also probably not the worst pick here. I mean, Soraka does pretty decently into some of these like kind of melee supports that kind of need to get up close and personal. We'll be able to just continue to throw out heals. And, I mean, the Nivea I also kind of understand, and like, it is important to note though that Ornn can break Anivia's wall. That is something that Ornn can do. Yeah, as far as the draft goes, let's predict who will win. Who do you think will win? The predictions are up in the stream chat, and I think that apparently, like, draft aside, I think Icathia has the momentum going for them. I think that they will just take this series down, and they have clearly prepared a lot for this game, or for this match. They will be looking to win another series. On the other side of things, though, Shadow Isles is looking to reverse sweep. That's their only choice now. They have to go for a reverse sweep, or else they will just lose this match. far as the draft goes, though, I feel like it's gonna. I'm just gonna say the same thing again that I have been saying all this time. I just think that like right now, Icathia's lanes are just better than like, or yeah, I just think their lanes are better, but the team fight of Shadow Isles is better. But so far, Icathia has proven that their skirmishing and laning has been superior and been able to make up the difference in these comps. So I feel like I would side with Icathia winning this game for similar reasons that they've won the other games.
Only friends flee.
People fear what they cannot understand.
We charge cancellation fee. Alternative.
All right, I'm probably gonna take a little bit of a voice break while while the spectator delay goes off, but I will be back in a couple minutes when the game starts. Alright, I'm back. The game is beginning. Integrating. First in 2 hours straight. Alright. Let's see. Alright. Next game is 5. Let me skip to the main time. Looks like everyone's 5-pointing as per usual. And yeah, we're off. So let's see. We reorganize everything. Because we don't organize the roles. Alright, there we go. Great. Okay. Let me zoom out as well. Should I just learn this trick? Didn't realize there was actually a way to do this. Thought this is something that we only did in like pro play VODs, but I guess you can actually do it. Alright, so it looks like the bot lane was actually able to get the ward in, and the junglers will be pathing opposite to each other this game. So Jarvan will be pathing towards this bot lane, you know, trying to punish the Aphelios, being able to punish flash cooldown. That was a very big reference point for Jarvan, just making sure that they can get the Aphelios to burn flash, and then be able to ult the Aphelios later on in the game. So meanwhile, Poppy is pathing top. I don't really like pathing top to the Ornn lane. I would want to path the same direction as Jarvan, because then you can be able to like counter gank really well with your W and stuff like that. But yeah, so far just pretty average trades going in. You know, Lula doing the Soraka thing, punishing these engages by the Thresh. So yeah, pretty standard lane so far. I mean, I do still like the Enchanter lanes, but it looks like they are actually able to get level 2 first and get the flash kill. Well played to the bot lane, getting that level 2 and using that spike to get the first blood. Meanwhile, it looks like both junglers are crossing over, but you know, it just seems like it's very important that this bot lane is finally getting a lead. After multiple games of not having the lead, not being able to get anything done really, they're finally able to do something here. Looks like Ontario Beetle having to change his playstyle a little bit. Has been playing a lot of these hyper carry bot lanes, but hasn't really been able to do that this game. And so, you know, is on this Misfortune Thresh bot lane. Very not typical for their style, but is able to get some kills going with this type of aggressive lane. Still, again, very well played on that level 2. Good. Meanwhile, it looks like Ornn is actually able to get this kill on the Fiora and is able to get that flash and brittle auto attack, getting the second kill on the Fiora. And so far, it is 2-0 to Shadow Isles, showing that they are not out of this series, that they are going to make this a competitive game 3. Now on the side of Icathia, it looks like Jarvan's looking for an engage play on the Aphelios. Aphelios, important to know, does not have flash and must now, like, probably just gonna die here. And you know, that is now 3-0. Ontario Beetle is really ahead of this Aphelios here, and the gold lead is already 1k at 4 minutes, which is a lot. That's pretty incredible. The side of Shadow Isles. Meanwhile, it looks like Firo's trying to go an extended trade onto the Ornn. I don't know what that was. How did Ornn not hit the wall and get the parry off? I don't know if that was a bug or something, but that was kind of crazy. Somebody explain that in chat, what just happened? I need to know. Meanwhile, we see that on one end we have Aphelios with a cold, and on the other end we have Misfortune with a pickaxe and a longsword. So we already know which bot lane is stronger right now. It's very clearly the bot lane of the Shadow Isles, as they will probably be looking for this dragon as a result. Also, at the same time, you know, even though this isn't visible, I mean, or in kills, Mel is ahead of CS by a lot, and you know, Combo is able to get that kill, but they trade 1-for-1, and so Ornn is already getting pretty massive. Same time, at the same time, the Mel is almost 20 CS ahead, and at the same time, bot lane getting another engage, and Cthulhu might just die. Yes, Cthulhu just dies here as well. You know, Tai Lao trying to get something going, but, you know, just gets ganked by Maniav and has to back off. So it just looks like that the Shadow Isles will be just getting this dragon here for free. Now it looks like the gold lead in the bot lane is even higher as, you know, Ontario Beal just getting everything, getting that dragon, getting 3 kills, and, you know, at this rate, the Misfortune might get, like, the first item, like, pretty quickly, actually. Like, this is a little bit scary on the side of Icathia if you have to see this Misfortune being, like, super, super, super fed. Same time, Combo able to get the full ult proc onto Bishop, but you know, it won't really do much. Like, Bishop just kind of walks away after that and does not really care too much about it. So, yeah, not bad for the side of Shadow Isles in this game. Well, I just saw heal burn down Cthulhu as well, so you know, another spell being burned here. Oh my god, Bishop just missed the play, but still gets the kill. Oh my god, he missed the ult, but still is able to get the solo kill onto the Fiora. How incredible is that? Fiora just didn't have ult there because he used it earlier. At the same time though, Ontario Beetle, flashing over the wall, is able to get out, but will probably be giving him the shutdown. Very good gank by Maniav. Very well played. So yeah, that is the gank back. And maybe this will give the Icathia some breathing room, having the Cold being able to scale up a little bit and get that shutdown onto this Fortune. Well played by the jungler on Icathia. Same time, it looks like everyone is going to be playing for the Rift Herald again, as we do see that Tua is pathing to the middle lane to be being able to get into this space for this Herald, as we do actually see Tai Lao actually go to the mid lane. But it is important to note, Tai Lao does not have teleport, so they will be there for this fight. And, you know, Maniav is still trying to get the play onto the Atomic Ghost, but, you know, Atomic Ghost is able to EQ out, will be able to get out. Poppy did not have W for that, to cancel that EQ, so yeah, will be able to escape there. I love my cat. Thanks for moving my mouse again, bro. Alright. You can see Icathia is getting some control back in this game, but they are losing so much in the bot lane. They are getting these grubs, but at what cost? It looks like multiple plates bot at this point. Can't see exactly how many yet, but it's looking like a decent amount. You know, Fiora will teleport down there, but you know, losing at least a whole wave, probably more, and also a plate. So you know, Mel has such a huge lead on this Anivia at this point. He's up so much farm too, so you gotta be concerned at this point of this. But yeah, there you go. We have Bishop using that Ornn E to get rid of the Anivia wall and escape. And so yeah, they won't actually be able to get this playoff onto the Ornn. Ornn is also really, really strong right now. 3-1. Getting multiple solo kills on Fiora. Looks like they will just be getting the flash from Cthulhu, as Jarvan, not willing to use the Cataclysm there, will just wait it out. Yeah, so what I was confused about for the people talking about the Ornn is that Ornn hit the wall, but Fiora didn't get the parry riposte proc off, so Ornn didn't get stunned. That's what confused me a lot. I was wondering why that happened. That interaction was very weird. I would have expected Fiora stun to go off. That's what confused me earlier in the game, by the way. Alright, looks like Daddy's working, getting some poke damage off, but you know, I mean, Ornn is still Ornn. Ornn is still very big, has that Sunfire Aegis as well, so probably will just be able to get a better trade-off and half health the Anivia, so you know, Nivea's playing safe, does have a CS disadvantage on everyone on that team, so yeah. Looks like we'll actually be able to get the play off and pop the Anivia passive, but probably won't be able to do much more than that, as we'll have to back off. The Anivia egg is going to be used though, so that is a big cooldown on the Anivia. Both flashes also being used in that play, so Anivia flash down, one flash down. So. Important to note though, that, you know, Shadow Isles is dragon stacking, so they are able to get prio for this dragon, and, you know, they will get the second drake, so Shadow Isles, not only with a gold lead, but also the ability to attack these dragons, will be using the Poppy ult to get Poppy out, and will just be engaging onto the caught Helios, keeping on going, using this setup, using the Misfortune ult, getting another kill, and that is, what, 2 kills for Ontario Beetle in that play. Actually, Mel got the first one, so 1 kill for Ontario Beetle and 1 kill for Tai Lao. This Thresh has been really, really good this game. Very, very, very valuable. All the hooks landing has been a huge success, and it all started with that level 2 play. It's very important in bot lane to understand when your level 2 spike is, because it can just make a game get so out of control for you. It's like Suo will be having to use the flash there to get away from this Jarvan. Wow, well played on both sides. So Tai Lao used the reflect, and Combo used the repose, and they just kind of bounced off each other. So very well played by both of them. Is this a kill onto Combo? No, it's not quite enough damage yet for the Mel, and Mel also didn't realize that. So yeah, both Combo and Tai Lao are actually pretty low in this game. So. Oh wow, Tai Lao was just able to kill Fiora without the ult. Good solo kill for Tai Lao there. And as we can see, the Jarvan is looking for a play here, but you know, we'll just be caught off guard by the roaming bot lane. Felios and Soraka are just kind of there, so not able to get anything done at this play in top lane. In the meantime, we see that Tai Lao has so much CS. 120 farm, 2-0 on the Mel. This Mel will start to become a huge problem in these later game fights. So this is finally the game when Shadow Isles is able to get that early lead and probably able to capitalize that into something else. Okay, for fun, getting another hook onto Cthulhu, but he does have the heal, so we'll be able to stay alive. Barely, though. Misfortune bullet time doing so much damage. Ontario Beetle getting the flash in and getting the double kill. Very well played. Using that Bloodthirster spike to get so much damage off. And for fun, being able to play away the Nanny Ab Poppy engage, as this Thresh is just so much value. Oh my god. Somebody... like, for fun player is popping off this game. This Thresh support is just doing so well. It's just like an optimal Thresh, in my opinion. This is some incredible gameplay. Oh my god. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, someone investigate for fun. Yeah, no, I totally agree with this comment. Okay, and then we see this hook. Okay, whatever. Well, I'll just choose to ignore that. Every other hook, though, was insane. And the flay. Like, oh my god. Just so well played on the Thresh. Incredible. And they will just be using their lead to get the Herald as well. Like, this game is super, super one-sided at this point in time. At this point, though, we do see that, you know, Ontario Beetle is just so ahead on this Misfortune. They're just not able to get waves in. Like, Suo and Kula are just not able to get waves in. Tailao is just also just super ahead in farm on this Mel. Nivea 000, just not really doing much yet. So, I mean, that's kind of how Nivea plays, but, you know, this is just insane leads all around for all of the players. Like, the gold leads on each one of these is insane, and so the result is that there's almost a 5k gold lead in this game already. Actually, it's more like 4.5k, but it's a lot. Alright, Ontario Beetle getting a lot of damage off on the combo before this fight even begins. As we can see, they're just doing so much damage to Maniav. And, you know, Jarvan was a little bit late, so Misfortune wasn't able to get much damage off, but Mel is also getting just so fed here. And they're able to summon the Herald, look for a mid play, and they're just doing so much damage. Get able to get this turret and keep on going. Combo using your post defensively just to get out, and this Herald is doing so much work. This Herald push is going to be insane. It's probably going to be followed by a Drake after this play here. So, looks like Bishop might die though. Oh, he has to fly. He does not die. Now Atomic Ghost is in trouble, but is able to get out with the EQ. Okay. Ontario Beetle is a little bit stuck here though. Isn't really able to get out of this Anivia ult and the Soraka silence, so they do just get a shutdown onto the Misfortune for free. The rest of the team went to Drake a little bit early, and maybe Icathia can look for something here. This might actually be an opportunity for them. Ornn went top lane, so they might have to give this up. But unfortunately, Manny have just like kind of running in before his team can even get to him, so they won't actually be able to look at anything. Tailao getting even more damage onto the Aphelios, and you know, it looked like it was an opportunity for Icathia. Maybe look for a play here, maybe not. I mean, Colonel Combo will be getting the kill onto the Jarvan, so both junglers are dead, and probably nobody will be able to look for the drag, but they are still behind in numbers. Tailao is a little bit caught here. Suo will be going in, will be trying to look for the play, but Suo just dies, gets popped by the mill. The Combo getting another shutdown. The Combo just got 2 shutdowns, and Fiora starting to get some power in this game where, you know, Icathia just looked completely out of it. At least they have a point of power now that they can really look at. Multiple shutdowns going to Fiora, which is very important for Icathia in this game. Alright, Combo still looking for more. Probably not able to, but does get the post onto Ontario Beetle, and probably just able to get another shutdown. Very well played. Combo is just smurfing on everyone. This Fiora just doing so much work, able to keep him off the dragon and actually get this too. Just dodging over through the Ornn, you know, post the Jarvan EQ, and just getting so much work in. Isn't able to dodge that thresh hook, but you know, still surviving and sustaining with this Ravenous Hydra spike. Is able to get so much here. Icathia getting a shutdown too, and this is a lot of power, but you know, Tailao is so fed, able to get that shutdown in the but does get caught by the Anivia. Anivia Poppy combo coming in, doing so much work, and they are able to get another kill onto Combo, and now this game is swinging a little bit. I mean, Icathia did get a bunch of kills, and so Fiora is now super, super strong. Nivea also got a couple of kills in this transaction as well, so yeah, they actually are looking for Otacon here. This might be a little bit risky, but I can see why they will do it. They're very strong at this point in the game, And you know, combo not having not spent that gold yet, but you know, will still look. I mean, Misfortune can use the bullet time over the wall and try to get something here, and probably just will. Let's see, does get the, okay, it does look like the smite was given to them, and actually this point Ontario is now a little bit caught out, and now Icathia is just continuing to throw their leads. You know, Jarvan tried to look for the ult of Misfortune but wasn't able to get it. Manny is trying to look for something, does get the combo off. Very clean ult into the Q, confirming all the damage and getting the next kill onto the Misfortune. And you know, we thought it was going to be just the confirmed game for Shadow Isles, but you know, they are doing things that are getting them back into the game. So well played for Shadow Isles, just being able to get themselves back into the game, actually do some things here. But they won't be able to get this play here. Need to get the Otacon though. Poor Fun Flare is just barely managing to live, still doing super well in this thresh, honestly. So very much credit to him at the same time. That was insane though. I feel like it's crazy that, like, you know, it's 10 to 23. They should not, like, at this point, Icathia should not have 10 kills. But they just gave so many kills over. Okay, Combo's looking for something, barely not able to do it. Wow, that was very close. Oh, Bishop missed the Ornn ult, but you know, is just frontlining for the rest of his team, so Suo is not able to get the kill in there. And now at the same time, Maniev just getting chased down by two people and not able to enter his own jungle. It is certainly a good comeback for the Shadow Isles after a couple of bad plays. So yeah, they will reset. Maniev trying to look for something here, probably won't find it here. Actually will find the Q in, and Tanako's going in with EQ. Now might find himself in a little bit of a troubling spot. Probably shouldn't have gone in there, so we'll try to be able to get out, but you know, Fiora is pretty sticky, so maybe won't actually be able to. Poppy will use the ability to go in and insect the Jarvan back and give the kill to Fiora. Missed bullet time for Misfortune, and now it is a 5v4, so you know, if you want that flat, wow. I mean, I guess it did land the stun, and now Icathia is finding the numbers advantage fight, able to keep going, get some more kills onto them, and really just coming back here. You know, I mean, this lead that Shadow Isles had is like kind of slipping away. Now it's only a 4k gold lead, which, you know, we thought was a lot, but, you know, it's actually coming back a little bit to haunt them. And, you know, Aphelios is also, like, really good at scaling as well, so you know, it's not completely over. I think Icathia has a good way back into this game. Same time, though, next Drake is spawning soon, so both teams will be looking for it, probably. As we can see, the entire Shadow Isles team just avoiding and not caring about this top wave at all. They will just send everyone to the dragon here. Trying to establish a moving control as Combo is getting knocked back by the dragon into their team, so has to be a little bit careful. He's trying to get out of the pit there. And as you can see, it looks like Icathia is looking for this mid turret, as at the same time Shadow Isles is just trying to rush the Drake, but still will be able to rotate here in time. So yeah, it looks like, wow, they have getting the catch onto him, but like Combo did get caught. This rocket ult coming in clutch though, keeping Combo alive, and you know, it looks like Maniev is trying to buy space for his team, keep his team alive. At the same time, looks like Beetle was trying to look for a Misfortune ult, but just does get caught by the Anivia stun, and will like look for some place there, but Anivia will die here. actually does get the egg, but doesn't actually die yet, is very, very tanky in this egg form. But at the same time, looks like Combo is looking for the dragon, is able to get the stun, but not able to completely finish the kill. At the same time, Atomic Ghost is looking for Cthulhu, and they will get the team fight win. Shadow Isles winning 4-1 in this last team fight. A lot going on here. There's just so many parts of this fight at the same time that were happening, and it was, oh, that was a lot to keep track of. Gosh. Looks like Combo, even though he did so well in some of the parts of this game, wasn't really contributing to this fight here, which makes sense. You know, Fiora isn't as good at team fighting as some other top laners, for sure. Especially like Orange, for example. Bruh, you say Bishop not resetting? He's an Ornn. He's an Ornn. Two teams can, like, yeah, he's an Ornn. He doesn't need to reset. He's an Ornn. He can buy items not having reset. This is like his whole thing. Well. Alright, anyways, as the Baron is spawning, we get to see the fight that will ensue. We see that both Tai Lao and Combo are in the side lane, in the bot lane. They both have their teleports and are ready to leave for whatever Baron fight occurs. So, you know, both of them should try to stay healthy here. So, Combo will be recalling. Actually, doesn't recall, cancels it, and yeah, now the Baron is looking like spicy for both these teams. Manny trying to do the tank thing, creating a lot of space, and now Bishop just kind of looks alone because of the Poppy ult, but is able to get returned by the rest of the Lancers. Manny flashing in, looking for another play. Playing super aggressive here. Combo is looking like a little bit close to death. Is able to get out though. For Fun is just dying. It looks like Manny is able to get the kill on Atomic Ghost. Not quite though. Not quite. Oh my god. Looks like Ontario Vito is able to get Manny just before the kill onto the Jarvan. And now Jarvan will be using that to go in. And these fights are just so close, even though there is a significant lead. And Tai Lao will reflect the Anivia stun and will get the Anivia. And that looks like it's another 4-for-1 for Shadow Isles, and they will just get the Baron here. Well played to Shadow Isles on these last couple of fights. They were super close, but just a couple more damage points, and that would have been a huge difference in some of these fights. Oh my goodness. And there it is, Baron for Shadow Isles, and now hopefully they'll look to close this game soon. I mean, Dragon is next objective, and, you know, when they have Soul Point like this, they should definitely be looking for a Dragon here. It's 28 minutes in the game, and you probably want to consider closing this, especially since shutdowns are starting to restack on all your players. You gotta be careful. Meantime, it looks like Common's looking to do something cheeky in the side lane here, but is stepping on a word, so needs to be a little bit careful here. They are able to get the skull down there, but Sua is alone, and you know, Ornn is trying to look for something here, and so this Aphelios is just very much one-shot, unfortunately. But they are looking for a return play on the Tai Lao, as they do try to use their flash, get into Tai Lao, but just not able to do so. The reflect and the defensive abilities of Jamel are just too much, so they aren't actually able to do anything. As we see, for a Fun player using a Q to kind of just peel back and make sure they don't get anything more. And, you know, a bullet time by Ontario Beetle, chunking them out, allowing Atomic Ghost to get some kills with the Cataclysms, and that is just a very, very disgusting fight, as they will just probably look for the end now. Very well played to Shadow Isles, as they will be looking for this end and getting a win back in this series, not letting this be a 3-0. They will deny the perfect match to Icathia, as they will be taking a game off of them. Sua trying best to defend, but probably just won't be able to do anything here, as they will just be getting this Nexus and moving us to game 4. Alright, this time I'm gonna immediately like go to the draft link, because I'm assuming they're already like starting. Let me see. Nope, they haven't actually. R. I'll play type R. There you go. Yep, they were actually waiting for me this time. Very cool. They finally did it. Wow, that's a lot of channel points. Alright, we see some more bans. Bans. I find it funny that they're banning Sua's Kale when Sua's been going bot lane this entire series. And the last series as well, but you know, maybe they think that he'll just switch back to top lane if he gets Kale, which, you know, is a fair assumption at this point. Alright, fair bans all around. Now it is Icathia to pick. First pick here. What do we get? No hovers yet. No idea what they will play here. Let's see what it is. It is the Sivir blind. Very interesting first pick. Well played. You know, just a very standard ADC. It's pretty flexible, you know. It's definitely better with enchanters though, for sure. The other side, we get the Caitlyn, outranges Sivir by a lot, you know, so it's a very good answer here. And in addition to this Caitlyn pick, let's see what they do. Will they pick a support to pair it with, or perhaps something else, like a jungler? Only time will tell. It is the Alawi. They're just going straight into the Alawi top, probably just relying on the comfort that they have on this pick. Meanwhile, it looks like Nico is going to be on the side of Icathia. Very good pick, just very good playmaking. And, you know, there always is the Nico cannon trick. You know, the Nico's diving is very, very, very strong. So, very solid pick in the support role here. Still pretty good into the Caitlyn as well. See what is next. Next up, are we seeing a Malphite on 3? No way, right? Okay, they pick a Mordekaiser on 3, which is a very good answer into Alawi. The Mord ult can get rid of Alawi's tentacles, which makes it a very solid answer. A lot of Alawi players hate playing against Mord, so well played and good pick. Yeah, enemy team, we see Lux being picked, so it is just going to be a Caitlyn Lux bot lane most likely, which makes a lot of sense. Alright, ban's going through. Shinzao, you know, very standard jungler, and I'm pretty sure that Atomic Ghost is actually pretty good Shinzao. And Syndra, you know, classic, like, anti-Mordekaiser kind of pick as well, so very good ban as well. Alright, we see the Trundle on the side of Shadow Isles, probably an answer to Mordekaiser. You know, both of them trying to steal each other's stats, so, you know, it makes a lot of sense. Trundle jungle, also just a standard jungle pick at this point in the draft when options are running out. Ooh, this might be interesting. Rammus jungle? Is this Rammus jungle? Wow, I mean, I like it. Giving Grievous wounds to Alawi is pretty good. Yeah, for sure. I like it. It's good. Wow. And they actually lock it in, too. I don't think it's a bad Rammus game. You see a comp like this is actually pretty decent, actually. One thing, though, is that Rammus, you know, Rammus goes into W, Trundle ults you, you're just gonna like have negative armor, so you have to play around that. You have to be very careful. And at least see the logic in it. You're playing dive, so you know you want to dive in, like, you know, taunt somebody, but you just need to be careful about Trundle. Like Trundle ult can like can wreck you, like if you play it wrong, you know. So you need to make sure you're playing around that as the Rammus. So yeah. And then the last pick they have is Malzahar, which, you know, kind of works in their team. I like it into the Akali pick. So, you know, as far as the draft goes, I'm going to be honest. I actually kind of like Icathia's draft better. I think that, their engages. I mean, I just really like Nico, and I think that Akali is just like I just like the style of draft that Icathia have. I don't know. I just really like Nico. I think Nico is just a really, really strong character. But, you know, the stream chat soon. Hopefully the predictions will go up. Yeah. You all can vote.
Ah, come on.
Lose more.
What's the worst that could happen?
Lose more stuff.
I see you lack judgment.
I'll be funneling.
We won't be muzzled.
Well, now I'm just mad.
The Medadas do not forgive or forget.
So I'll probably be right back. I'm gonna take another like water break and stuff like that. Be back in a jiffy.
It's okay. We'll play later.
People fear what they cannot understand.
No cure for fools.
A warrior's spirit is never broken.
Alright, I am back for the game 4. All ready for a game 4? So, this game we're at match point still. So we have Icathia trying to end it here, and Shadowall's trying to make it so that it is 2-2. You can win this one. Let's see. Alright, let's see if anything happens early. It doesn't seem like anything will happen early yet. Just a normal 5-point here as I will catch up to live. Let me reorganize the drafts a little bit, as you know, I did notice something. Oh, where are the items? Okay, there we go. That was just a bug, not anything to worry about here. And then let's see. Let me just reorient these. And there we go. Okay. Awesome. Great. And then there we go. Beautiful. All right. We're set up going. Nothing's too far crazy happening. I mean, Rammus is starting the Raptor start, which all Rammus players pretty much do. So yeah, Rammus will be basically forced to be passing topside. Very good flash by Sua, seeing that the Shadow Owl's bot lane did get level 2 first again. This time they proactively flash to make sure that they don't lose too much HP here. Caitlyn Lux is a very dominant lane in the early game, so you'll have to be very careful about that. Meantime, though, Rammus did look for a 3-camp play into a gank, and Trundle is using that information to look for an invade on the blue side. So, yeah, very well played by this Trundle, as the bot lane can protect their camps, and so Trundle will be looking for the blue buff. Now, Rammus doesn't really care too much about getting these camps invaded, because Rammus is, like, you know, kind of bad at clearing them anyway, so I probably won't mind too much, but yeah, it's still a very good play on the Trundle part, for sure. Because we do see that Bishop lands the Alawi E, so Combo will be taking a lot of damage here. You know, Rammus will be looking for Skull here, and Trundle will be clearing the bottom side here. Meantime, Rammus, being the ganking champion he is, looking for a gank onto the top lane. Does fail the flash Q pretty miserably. The Q times out right at the end of that, but it still won't matter. It is enough to get the first blood to the Mordekaiser. And even though Mordekaiser is down a lot in this lane currently, Mordekaiser does have a favorable matchup into Live because of that level 6+. So, yeah, very well played. Good gank by the Rammus, and yeah, we'll just go back to clearing camps. Maybe Trundle looks for something, but I find it unlikely. It doesn't look like he's posturing to do that. So, yeah. On the other hand, I am hearing really, really buggy Nico sound effects, but yeah. Oh, did nobody put a prediction up? Oh, my bad. Well, the game's already started, so, good. Alright, well played gank on the Rammus. Very, very well played. Well, Combo's getting some trading off onto the Alawi, but you know, the Alawi with the Soul Pull is very good at dealing with those kinds of trades, especially when it's a mobile champ like Mordekaiser. Hitting another E onto the Mord. Wow. It was just a lot of punishment by the Alawi. Being able to do just so much damage before this level 6. Alright, combo probably able to live. Actually, no, just gets flashed on. And the Alawi getting level 6 first will just give Alawi the solo kill onto the Mordekaiser. Very well played. Now, Maniav trying to look for a return kill on this play, as Bishop is taking a lot from the minions and probably is able to get that kill. So, you know, it won't be totally in vain. And it seems like Mini will probably be able to hold this wave as well. Okay, Lux taking the root onto the Nico. Caitlyn getting the trap, and Nico will have to flash away. Is able to get it, and now actually Caitlyn went too far in. Ontario Beetle went too far, and now Sewell will actually get the kill back. Good flash by Nico, baiting in the Caitlyn and being able to get them that kill. Very well played, but they still will be able to get the dragon even despite that. But they will lose waves bot lane and mid lane, so as a consequence for this. So we do see that now Icathia is actually like leading here. They are up 4-1, so the only kill that we have for the side of Shadow Isles is just that that Alawi solo kill. That is it. Alright, Alawi looking for something here onto the Trundle maybe. Does miss, but still gets the kill. The Electrocute doing so much damage here, and even with the E missing, is still able to get the kill. Lux missing the flash for Fun Player, actually just missing that, but Daddy's working, will probably be able to get out, but no, the Malzahar is coming and looking, does use the flash ult to secure the kill though, as that is what is needed to actually get that kill going, but they will get it. Meanwhile, even though Bishop got the solo kill on combo, because of the gank from Rammus afterwards, it actually seems like combo is up in experience, has the minion advantage so far right now, even with like the CS lead. It just seems like combo is able to collect more XP, and that actually kind of matters in games like this. So yeah. See, Rammus is going for the grubs. I don't think Rammus's grubs take is like that particularly fast, so this might be a little bit annoying. It is lucky that Mordekaiser is there. Mordekaiser is really good at taking grubs though, so yeah, there's that to consider. Rammus will just return to lane though, and Rammus will just get the grubs. What happens from here? Looks like Sever is actually kind of ahead of this Caitlyn, surprisingly. Like, you would expect the Caitlyn Lux lane to be dominating a lane like Sever lane, but no, actually Caitlyn Lux is losing this lane so far. Let's see what happens. Oh, another soul pull by Bishop, able to get some trades onto the Mordekaiser here. Very well played. That is like the main gameplay for Alawi, just landing the E. On the other hand, Akali was looking for a roam timer there, but was not able to get it, so Manny will hold the wave for the Akali here on this timer. Alright, so far this last few minutes have been pretty quiet, but we see combos looking for something there. But Alawi will be looking for the ult engage. We'll be able to chunk out the Mordekaiser pretty hard, but doesn't really get more than that at this point. So, you know, Mordekaiser living, being able to get this kind of minions and just probably take a base. So, Alawi's most threatening abilities are gone for now. The ult is gone for now. So, yeah, Mordekaiser will be a little bit safer in the next minute or two. We'll be using the TB to get back to the lane though. Meanwhile, it looks like Sua and Sua. I got confused for a second, but it's Nico. Yeah, and Sua and Kaplua will look for a couple of plates. So good for them. And as we can see, like there is a in-game possibility onto the left for Fun Player, taking a lot of damage, and they're continuing onto Ontario Beetle, getting that Nico ult. But having to use a heal to get out, but Ontario Beetle is so low now, they might just get another plate, and this Sivir is getting really, really, really strong here. Rammus is looking for the dive with Daddy's working. They're just going in, getting that jump onto them, and, Daddy's working probably will be able to get this play even with this, and Atomic Ghost probably won't be enough here. They're looking to play with Sua. I mean, they can run away, but they will just run into their bot lane. As we see, Rammus is using the defensive ball curl, just getting out and making some space for his team to get away. They are clearing this wave here, so they won't have to worry about that bouncing into the tower. Wave coming back into the tower. And yeah, Tai Lao looks for the ult, but will it be enough? Maniav is very tanky, so probably won't be enough. And Combo on the other end of things is looking for the ult to counter the Alawi ult this time. Very well played, is able to just get the free kill there, and now Combo gets a kill. Bot lane is also working out very well, and so they will get rewarded the dragon. Well played to Icathia on both sides of the map, getting two successful plays on both sides of the map in this game number 4, and they are now up 8-2 with a commanding gold lead, looking for the 3-1 win. Yeah, even my cats are interested in this game. Wow, it's crazy. At least they're not moving my mouse. Looks like Bishop is looking for the flash kill, and we'll get it, so we'll be able to get the trade onto the Mordekaiser. Good job on the Alawi's part, knowing that they sent so many people up there. And so right now, 2 of the 3 kills are on the Alawi, which is like a little bit concerning if you are on the side of Shadow Isles. Like, you really want your Caitlyn to be ahead here after this early game, but no, it's actually the Sivir who's ahead in this game. So, yeah, Caitlyn only 1 kill on the board and is very, very far behind in CS as well.
Headshot.
Meantime, is Rammus looking for another play on Trundle? I mean, it's really crazy. I mean, Trundle has that subjugate going on the Rammus, so, may not be able to do much of anything. But actually, no, saves it for the Mordekaiser. Now Bishop is getting a huge ult onto so many targets here. Combo is just going to have to run away. Probably won't even make it out. Actually does because of the Rammus knockup. But now Manny's in a little bit of trouble too, as like they probably won't be able to do anything about this, but they will get turned on using teleports, and they actually get the return play, but they're starting to lose mid. They actually lose a lot mid here, as the Shadow Isles will push mid and probably get the first tower, I'd imagine, in this game. So even though they made a good play there, they actually lose first tower. They will trade top tower for it, but they won't get the feats bonus for that at all. Yeah, they do get the top tower as a return. So now, next thing that's up on the map is the Rift Herald. You see, I do think that Icathia will start to look for this, as the fact that Shadow Owls are getting their recalls in right now means that they have a perfect opportunity to get the Herald here. So they will be doing that, looking for that Herald as their next play. And where they'll use it, I have no idea. I would imagine that they'll probably use it on the bot lane before Dragon, or even the mid lane, as the mid lane tier 1 is actually just still up. So I'll probably use it on the mid lane here in a moment. Probably not yet, though. And we do see Rammus is looking for a play on the Alawi. Alawi is setting a lot of tentacles here in the ult, but you know, Mordekaiser always just has that ult to counter the Alawi, always doing so well. And as you can see, Mordekaiser is building into the Hexplate build, so we will see Riftmaker into Hexplate, the new common build on Mordekaiser. This is how powerful Hexplate is. Mordekaiser, you try and use that Blast Cone to get onto the Caitlyn, but isn't quite enough there to get there. Okay, hitting the roof, forcing the Caitlyn to flash, but not much more, as Caitlyn Lux still does a lot of damage even from behind, and they will just get the return kill onto the Mordekaiser. There's things. Dragon is probably going to be spawning pretty soon, I would imagine. And it looks like, actually, Shadow Owls might have the ability to contest this. They did just kill Mordekaiser, so Mordekaiser will not be up for this Dragon, so they will just have numbers advantage here. So they set up the Caitlyn trap to defend the area in the river, and the counterplay for Icathia is just trying to get Rift Herald on his tower. Trundle will block the Rift Herald with the wall, but Manny will just use Flash Punch, trying to get some damage off on Ontario, but this does keep the Shadow Owls off the Dragon and gives the Mordekaiser some time to push. On the other hand, though, Alawi is pushing top lane. Alawi does have teleport, so they need to be careful. And Manny just kind of ran into the entire team, ran into the Malzahar ult, so he might actually not be able to start Dragon anymore because of that blunder by Manny. But they're still trying for it, actually. Still want this. It is important to note that they do have smite disadvantage. But Tai Lao looking for a play, or not Tai Lao, Daddy's looking for a play, killing Tai Lao, and really making the most out of this Akali, just doing so much work. And Lulu spacing the rest of the team with that Nico ult was also so valuable for them getting this break. So even without their jungler, they still are able to take the Dragon. And it looks like Alawi was not able to finish off the tower, as she teleported in a little bit before that and didn't really get much value on that teleport either. So it's a little bit unfortunate for Shadow Owls, as their backs are against the wall as this final it might be drawing near to its end in this game. We'll see though. All these games have been really long games, so anything could happen. Otacon will be spawning near the bot side this time, so that's another thing to consider. But we see Shadow Owls pathing top, so maybe Icathia will utilize this, seeing that Blast Cone being popped, and will actually try to path bot lane, try to look for this Otacon that is spawning in 20 seconds. If Trundle moves up, then, you know, and they see this, Mordekaiser sees this Lux E and sees some of this stuff, and they might just rush the Otacon at minute 20. Atomic Ghost back was recalled. They know this, so surely they want to look at Otacon here. I mean, this is like a very golden opportunity at this point. Like, Atomic Ghost still hasn't reset yet. They do see that they're starting an Otacon on spawn, but like, with Atomic Ghost just spacing, is there really much they can do? I mean, Sivir isn't here, so they're taking a while to do the Otacon, but, you know, Atomic's trying to run as fast as he can, but it probably just isn't enough. And it just seems like Icathia will be getting the Otacon for free. Although, even though they are getting the Otacon for no seeming cost, it does seem like there is still like a slight cost, which is just the fact that they will be losing some tier 2s. But at the same time, it seems like Combo just understands this Alawi Mord matchup, being able to get another kill off on the Alawi using the flash and getting the kill, and will be able to do some work onto the tier 2 tower. Meanwhile, Sua looking for the kill as well, and is able to actually rush down the Ontario Beetle and get that kill. Meanwhile, Daddy's working, getting another kill onto the Lux, and they are all just running down and just skirmishing and killing each person one at a time. Atomic Ghost is able to flash though, able to get out, and using Subjugate to get a little bit of extra tankiness, but Rammus is silent, so won't be able to quite get into range of Atomic Ghost. Slowed down for allies as well, but we'll be able to catch the Malzahar, so Malzahar is dead as well. And now the gold lead is even bigger. It is almost 8k. It is 19-6, and you gotta be thinking as Shadow Owls, you gotta make some moves now, because if you don't, then it just seems like Icathia is just gonna win this game and win the entire championship for Shimmer. Now we see both these teams like starting to set up for a potential break soon, but looks like at this point that Icathia just does have more control over the map. I mean, we see some attempts to try to push bot lane by the Salawi, but it probably won't amount to much in the long run. Mordekaiser is getting so much push on the top of him. May need to be careful. Don't want to push too far up, you know. This might be a little bit too far, but if Tomoko shows here, you know, you can start looking for like Drake and stuff, for sure. As now we're seeing the power of the Hexgate Mordekaiser, the experimental Hexplate Mordekaiser, but it's just not enough to kill the Trundle with Subjugate, so they will be getting caught, and wow, Sua is very, very out of position. Isn't able to quite use the spell shield in time, and Atomic Ghost is just trying to run him down, but will he be able to get out? No, the Malzahar curse just kills him. Wow, that was a really bad overextend by Icathia, and they just lost 2 members for free. They're pinging Dragon, and you know, now because 2 are dead, they probably won't be able to go for this Dragon anymore. I mean, their Shimmer is such a strong point in their team, and they probably aren't able to do this. They're looking, but like, I don't really know what they can do here, obviously. Maybe they go for a steal? I don't know. Oh wow, this TP is incredible. Wow. Okay, going in so early though, Manny. They will be looking for this, and Cthulhu will get the ult off and catch Ontario Beetle, and Daddy's working the follow-up here, and this is what I was saying in the draft. This Nico Akali kind of draft is just so incredibly strong, super aggressive, and it's just kind of the thing you like to see as a possible final game, as a finisher to this series. So very well played by Icathia, playing these skirmishes super well and playing around their aggression, even when their Shiver isn't quite there in some of these fights. Well, Combo getting some poke on for Atomic Ghost, is not able to do anything about this dragon. What did I just hear? What? Interesting. I don't know what I just heard, but you know, we are casting the game, so I don't know who joins, but yeah, I am casting right now. Currently, we see that Icathia is setting up for Baron. Are they taking it? It seems like the Rammus is on it. Yes, the Rammus is starting it. on their own. This could be a very bad play if they keep taking this much damage. I mean, Combo is caught over here on the other side, but uses the ult and Hexplate combo and will probably just be able to run Ontario Beetle down, and does. And this might just be a win on the side of Icathia. I mean, like, Combo is just running them down, and at the same time, Daddy's working. He's just getting so many kills in the back end, and Bishop has to flash out. They get the Baron Nashor, and they might just get the win here. They're looking for the end right now, and this might just be it. Is this it? Is Icathia just gonna win the championship off that? I mean, they're typing their GGs in chat, and the death timer, Ontario Beetle's up in 6, but that's probably not quick enough to stop this entire team. Very well played by Icathia. They had a great season, only losing to Shadow Isles a couple of times, but that is the win for them and the championship for them as well. Congratulations to Icathia for winning the Booze Bash Shimmer tournament. Well played. And I'm assuming now, because they just won, that the person who joined was like one of the Icathia players getting ready for an interview. So yeah. Let's see if somebody wants to join now that I'm ready for them. All right, there we go. Hello, thanks for joining early.
No, that didn't happen. That didn't happen.
No, it definitely happened.
I really hope the stream did not hear that. The joint sound that really awkward.
The stream did hear that, but I don't think
thanks.
they thought it was you. So, how are you feeling after your win?
I'm good. My whole team was supposed to join with me, and they didn't, and now I don't know what to do. But we're feeling good. The role swap, there they are.
Well,
oh, sorry, we didn't know we were supposed to join.
No, I said y'all could join.
Y'all weren't. I mean, you didn't all have to join, but
I didn't want to be here alone.
that's fair. All right. So, how are y'all feeling after your win tonight and winning the entire tournament? Actually,
Good.
so what encouraged you to actually even do the role swap? Because I know that for most of the season, Suo was on top lane and the roles were completely different. But yeah.
Do you want me to say it? Because I'm the one who enforced it.
Whoever, go ahead.
Okay, so we actually didn't know Cody was a mid main when we started this whole thing. So we put him on his main role, and then we put Suo because he's always in team.
That was the main reason, is that Combo's a top main. He was playing mid most of the series. Cody's a mid main. He was playing AD most of the series, and I was getting 3+ champions banned every draft, so it didn't matter what I fucking played. I was getting shit on. So in my head, I was just like, we should just role swap because I can play weak side AD pretty well. I wouldn't count on me carrying the game, or I guess playing Aphelios because I haven't won a single game on that champ. But it worked out a lot better because we usually, even when we played with Cody on AD, we played for bot side pretty heavy, and we played around him being the carry. So when we can actually kind of communicate a lot better with the mid jungle, and they just like, I don't know, it was just a lot better. And I was just chilling because no matter what role I'm playing, I'm just kind of not saying anything, and I'm just kind of farming. So I think it worked out really well.
So one of the picks that I was very interested about from you was actually the Brand bot lane. So why don't you go through and explain how the Brand's Nami works? I mean, that actually seemed to be really, really strong that game. It did so much damage. So
yeah. I played it into you as well, I think.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
So Brand Nami is just really fucking disgusting because Nami E pops off of everything Brand does, even as passive. And on top of that, I'm pretty sure Nami E also gives mana. I might be tweaking though. But the main thing is it's just really easy to. It just makes all of Brand's weaknesses and his strengths just combine into one. His weaknesses, he just has like he's his only peel, but if I have Nami peel, it's really good. It amplifies my damage and it amplifies all of my damage. And also if you've seen it, if I hit a combo on somebody, they're dead because Nami bubble and all of Nami's spells. It's just it's a more of a pocket pick if anything. And I also know that hey, if we pick like B1 Nami, they're gonna think we're gonna play Lucian, but I actually don't play that champ, so
Yeah,
it
yeah,
works.
yeah. That's true. So, yeah, congratulations for all of you on your win. And just about like I know that for combo you've been in a lot of these finals situations. You've made it to like finals apparently a lot of the time. So what was it like?
Yeah, it's my first win though. So like I'm
Oh,
actually super hyped about that.
how's
You're
it
welcome,
feel? How does it
Combo. I
feel?
carried you. Boosted.
It
How
was
does
all
it feel?
Katie.
Okay.
If we got lucky, we switched out Matt for Katie, because then that would have been like really bad not having a good support.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, your support was, yeah. So yeah, Katie, you did really well. You want to talk about your perspective on some of the games as well?
I kind of just played for the team
I said
all the
Katie,
time.
but okay.
Like,
That's
oh,
fine.
okay, yeah, sorry.
There's no way Combo just said he played for the team.
I played for the team every game.
I'll go one by one. I'll go one by
No
one.
proof.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
We have no proof. Not every game was streamed.
Okay.
Those games that weren't streamed were me.
Hey, some games were just really easy. Some games I was screaming at my team, guys, I'm getting one shot by this 20 and 0 Wukong. Please help me.
Yep, fair enough. Fair enough. Yep. Hey, now, Combo, what do you think? What were your thoughts on some of the games? Especially since you're playing top lane now, I really like the Mordekaiser counter pick against the Alawi. After level 6, it just seemed very unplayable for Alawi when you were 1v1ing. So, do you have any thoughts about that or any of the other games?
It was pretty simple. Once I had R, I just ulted after she ulted, and it was a free kill.
Yeah.
This
fair
guy was
enough.
gonna pick York, and I was like, please play Mordekaiser. Please.
Yeah, that's fair. And I guess this is a question for all of you. So, I mean, assuming that the league structure is kind of similar next year, do any of you plan on like regrouping as a team now that you won, or are you gonna try to do other things, or maybe just not even participate in the league in the future?
That's if somebody doesn't snipe one of our other teammates from it.
Okay.
I'll try to.
All right.
I think we all got along pretty well.
When we won, we got along well.
Yeah, it was
And when
actually weird.
Sua sleeps, we get along well.
Yeah.
My bad.
When Sua is on like 8 hours of sleep and like a nap, it's all good. But other than that, he's like
He was
Those
good
energy
today,
drinks, too.
even though he has to stay up.
Yeah, I gotta be at work in like 5
He's
hours.
just a little grumpy guy sometimes,
a little grumpy.
fair
Can't
enough.
fault him.
I think it's better than some teams, though.
All right.
Some teams
Well,
probably had some worse moments.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, and like again, congratulations to all of you for winning in the Shimmer League. I hope to see you all in future boost bashes. So I think that's it for the interview. And thank you all for coming by and coming into the call. Yep.
Thank you for casting.
Yeah, thanks for casting
Yeah.
last minute.
Yep. Got you.
GG's,
Hope
everybody.
your dryer's okay.
I'm going to bed.
All
Hope
right.
this dryer's okay.
Jeez.
Hope it feels better.
All right.
Yeah,
Good
gotta
night,
clean up
y'all.
the-
Have a good
Bye.
night. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
All right. And then for everyone else, I will be ending the stream now. I hope you all enjoyed. See, a lot of people lost Twitch points for that, for some of the bets. But yeah, hope it was fun to watch the Shimmer Championship. And I hope to see you all in some of the other championships and tournaments later this week. All right. Bye-bye. Have a good one.